Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
And afternoon and all that good business. We are going to do, hi, this is Patricia, the P.
This is M, Mariah.
Together we are
PM Artist Studio.
Good morning. Happy New Year. It's 2022. Did you realize that we streamed almost every Sunday in 2021?
Really?
I think there was only one.
Oh, Izzy's birthday. And then we went.
No, we streamed that day. Or we moved it.
We moved it, I think.
But we streamed every week of last year.
Wow.
I know. Look at this. This hair's doing some crazy things. Okay. What is on the agenda today? Meandering accordions.
Meandering
I didn't
is
say
the
that last
operant
week. Yeah,
word.
I didn't say that last week, and I totally knew it. But then you guys were so awesome. I think it was Sharon, and then there was a couple others, text junkies, that said, "Hey, yeah, meandering." I'm like, "Yeah, why didn't I say that?" Because that's what it is, and
Yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah, it's where you
Okay.
have no destination in mind.
We do a lot of meandering.
And some of it we don't even know that we're going to do, like right now.
Welcome to anyone new and big hugs to all those of you returning. Today we
Absolutely.
continue the meandering accordion with the watercolor crystals, aka Brushos / Ken Oliver's Color Bursts.
Yes.
Those are going to be the two brands that we use. I think there are others. Over the frottage collage. Now, I don't know if some of you knew, but so last Sunday, the family came over, and then there was some
In the
wine.
evening.
There was some wine involved, and so
I know.
we went. She didn't, which was really smart, and I'm glad that she didn't.
Yeah, because one glass I'd have been down.
Oh yeah, she's toast. But then we ended up doing a live stream without sound because that would have been just, there was so much inappropriate chatter. Is what we'll go with that. So there we go. So if you want to see like a full on like all three.
I think I did three.
She couldn't find one, which was good because now we have one to do today. She's going to pop over there and do that here in just a second. I said a lot of hellos to you guys here in the chat before we even got started, but I see some others are popping in. So hello to Anne. She's new in there. She just popped in, but we've got, let's see here, Sharon at Texture Junkies. Fran was here like a day or so ago, but I don't know if she's come back. Which is funny. Good old Fran. Let's see here. We've got Judy333, Kylie Koo, Eva, Robin, our moderator. You know, keep an eye out for her. She's always got some great information. She will help you guys out in the chat if there needs to be anything. If you want to get my attention, definitely go in the all caps for a second. Please don't do that. Don't keep it on there because I feel like you're yelling at me. I'm very sensitive.
I like it. I can see it.
Yeah, she could see it. Let's see what else. Waiting. Okay, what is Robin saying? She says, "This week I did frottage over embossing folders while waiting in a parking lot." Well, there you go. You can
Wow.
frottage in a parking lot.
Who knew?
I tell you, Robin, she's on it, man. She is on it.
Plan ahead.
We gotta get through some of these other, little initial things. Giveaway. We are so close. I mean, we've got, I think, what is it? It's like 30 something to go as of this morning. I can't remember exactly what the number was, and I can't. It's not up on the screen right now. So that's pretty exciting. Probably another week, unless again some big great thing happens, or I don't know.
We'll be adding to the bunch today because I'm planning on doing some.
Yeah, I have a big fat stack that we're gonna go through, and some of that's gonna go in the bag of the ones that we're gonna split away. So that's please. Here is how to go back. Any of the videos, starting with the mark making series, if you have not gone back and left a comment and said, "Hey, I want to be entered into the drawing," that is how you do it. So all of these live streams, it has to be the live streams from the mark making series going forward, leave a comment. You must say, "I want to be entered into the giveaway." So you can go back to some of those old ones, especially if you watched it. I would love it if you watched it more. That helps us. We like that. But then I will make sure that you are on that week's entry. And then, let's see here. What else? We are going to do 3. We have a bundle of watercolor giveaways. We have the awesome stuff from April over there at A Little Creative. She is on Etsy. That's where we got our watercolors from. And then I think, did we put in a couple of little samples from the nibs and ink? I think we did.
Yes, we did.
Little paper things.
We did.
It has the travel kit, the brush, and then yeah, and we're going to put the mixed media little spiral bound thing. Hey, by the way, not available right now. So that's a cool thing to have. That will be it. The gel printing bundle, which will have a brayer, a 4-inch brayer, speedball, soft one, like
Good one.
Yeah. Almost got used the other day because she couldn't clean off her. I'm gonna have to order another one, but we didn't. And then we have
I soaked them.
Yeah, we have a 5x7 plate coming. I haven't received the stuff from Gel Press, so I went ahead and just ordered one just in case, because I know that they're kind of crazy busy with the holidays and whatnot. So just in case, I have one. So for sure we'll have the 5x7. And then we'll figure out like if there's something cool that what else they sent. And then the third part of the giveaway will just be, you know, the third person just gets the kind of leftover thing that
Mishmash.
well, actually, you get to pick. First person chosen gets to pick from all three. So the other one is going to be like a book, one of our spiral bound gel print journal book, artist book, book, you know, that thing. Along with the goodie bag of other, you know, PM Artist Studio bits of things that we love using around here for sure. So that is it. Okay. Oh, we do still have some watercolor ATCs. So, Sharon, let's see who was super early. Well, Fran was like a day so ago. That doesn't count. We have to have some cutoff. And Sharon's gotten it twice. So let's go with Judy. I don't think anybody's too mad about that. So Judy, you've got to, if I don't already have your address, I might. I can't remember that, but if you would just, we are now friends, I think, on Facebook. So just message me over there. And I will get, I will show you the cards that are still available. I think that's it. Good morning, Jenny. And I think, the gallery. Gail. Morning, ladies. Hello. And Laura just popped in. Hi, guys. All right. I think that, the Z28 lady. All right. From Arizona.
Aha.
I bet it's still warm there, right? It gets really
It's
cold
not
at night.
warm here.
It's not. It's very cold today. They were talking about Isabella's in Canada. It's snowing, freezing cold. And then some people, Judy's going to get some snow tonight, possibly. There you go.
We had flurries.
Oh, hello, Kathy Arbor. I recognize you. She was part of the streamathon.
Oh, that was such fun.
It was such fun.
I just laughed and laughed.
It was great. Okay, she didn't watch as much as I did.
No, I didn't.
I kind of, snuck it in all day long here and there. So I didn't get to watch, like, everything, like, glued in. But that's the life with the
I love the
4-year-old.
marbles. That was... The marbles were really...
Judy, Janet, there at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm heading over.
Head on over. I'll pop on the thing there. Let's see. That's the camera we want. There we go. Alrighty.
I'm gonna have a little swig of coffee.
She's having a little swig of coffee. She's not hit the nettle.
Oh, and look at this interesting mess here. I'll have to show you my
This is the
closure. Can you see it? It's a crocheted bag.
She's such a crazy
And see,
lady, but I love it.
this is. I think don't think this box is big enough for Van's shoes.
I think those were Brad's.
And these are Brad's. These are 10.5. Yeah,
Thanks, you guys
I would
wanted
not. My husband's shoes are 14s.
It's insane.
Okay.
They don't fit on the shoe rack.
Yeah, they don't. They hang over. But anyway, this is my clever little box. See my closure here?
Yes.
Yeah. And then this goes through it.
Black duct tape.
Black duct tape.
For those classy duct tapers. You get the black.
It matched the box.
It did.
It was very incidental.
I like the black duct tape. It seems a little less like, you're just duct taping some shenanigans together.
Yeah, kind of barbed wire
Yeah, there's some probably inappropriate language
urban barbed wire.
There we go.
Okay, now these are brushos, or brusho, and there's no S. Well, there is because there's plural there, but
Right,
yeah.
we always do that. I'm like, is it brushos?
No.
Like, that's not the brand name.
But now these are the Ken Oliver's
Color Burst.
Color Burst.
Not plural, also, as well.
Yeah. And I really love both of them, and I can't. What I get in one, I can't get necessarily in the other. What I recommend is if you get some of these, you go ahead and get the set, because it's always a better deal. And then before you do anything else, do some little sample things with them. And I actually went ahead and Mod Podged little sections, because you can see how much it changes. Can you see that?
Can you see it? Can you see it?
But when you do this, and I mean, I don't know if I did that one. Some of these I did
Good morning, Margalo.
double-sided in there, kind of. Okay, there we go. You can see the difference in the places where I've actually put down
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
We did a whole little testy thing. Did we ever do a video about that? I think we did. This was still early on in our...
No, I don't know.
We talked about it.
We talked about it.
But
anyway, I really like this because, you know, I don't use them often enough to remember what colors I'm going to use.
Hello, Lisa. Good morning. Happy New Year to you.
And, okay, so I've showed you my wonderful box. Now, what you can do is you can go ahead and make them into liquid form if you want to use them like that. And I do have liquid form here.
Yeah, don't show Izzy, though. She'll think that you stole her
Oh,
fairy
those are
jars.
my potions. Yeah, whoa. Okay, well, boy, I really like that one.
Whatever reason, we always end up with a lot of blue. Well, we did the shibori thing.
And
remember?
these little, I don't know where I got these, but they're glass, and they're
Amazon.
wonderful. Yeah. That blue I've used a lot. I don't know. We went through a whole blue stage. All right, I'm going to put that aside.
That was the shibori stuff.
Oh, it was, yes. The blue.
She's not
shibori.
here. Yeah. So, like, we went through lots of different mixes to get the right, you know, faux indigo dye.
Yeah, and seriously, it was.
We still have some hanging around here. Oh, good morning, Barbara's Chicken Pot Pie Society. What? We love some pot pie.
We do.
I want to know more
That's what
about
we're gonna.
that, Barbara.
That's what we're gonna have today.
We got the Marie calendars. We're cheaters.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you all. Did we do this? Should we show this last week, or is this its maiden voyage?
Ooh, okay, so let's talk about that. I did pin a link to our website, so you guys can come back or whatever. And then I noticed quite a few of you guys have actually downloaded the How to Fold It and Cut It guide. That is over there on our website, so that's pinned up in the chat, or over, you know, here, there, probably over here. I think that's where that would be. Maybe down here.
I'm going to open this up so I can start seeing what colors I want to choose.
But so yeah, if you want to know how to fold the meandering accordion, this is, you can find the guide there. And then we did a little bit of it last week, and then P's going to cut it up here in a minute. But it's a lot better to, before you cut it, to get any of this, especially wet media, down. Because let me show them what happened to mine. On one of the areas that had kind of really gotten worked, P loves it.
I love this.
I think it's...
I really...
It's like an eye. I don't know. There's a lot of things.
I think it's very vulvic.
Yes, vulvic. There we go. That's a good word.
I like it.
That's the hashtag of the day. Vulvic.
Now, this occurred because of the leakage.
Just kidding.
When you get older, leakage is an aspect of your
that
life.
was a laugh out loud for sure.
Yeah, that was sure. Yeah.
Woo!
That's why I take nettles so I don't sneeze and have to excuse myself. Okay. Yeah. That's what happened right there, because that spot turned into like this black hole from, you know, the
and that
universe.
was mine.
And this was Mariah's, and she's sitting over there having a hissy fit.
Well, I really wasn't. I was drinking wine.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
I think it was far enough along in the evening that she was feeling no pain, and she wasn't complaining about my...
But I did the next day.
But I used the this stuff, which is
The Magicals.
Glitzy Magicals.
And I mean, that one place.
Who is this from? I can't. It's too small.
Lindy's.
I'm telling you, this is the
Like that
shiznit,
company. Yeah, the shiznit.
and it does still rub off a bit. Cause did you see my finger?
Oh. Or is that just on the jar? There could be transfer. We don't know.
I don't know, but it was put in very heavily there,
Blocked out.
inadvertently. Yeah, because I was using my palette knife to, and I got a little carried away. But I just took my brush and kind of dabbed it around and put it hither and yon. And
But that spot got worked, is what we're
that
saying.
spot got worked.
And that's,
Now, what's interesting, you can still see some of the little places
she left some of my,
it
hard
was-
work of 3 days
of.
recognizable.
And anyway, yeah. Okay.
She went a little heavy. That's okay.
I did, but I mean, look at some of these areas are absolutely stunning. And
Here, you want me to zoom in?
it has not been Mod Podged.
Is it not?
Or,
No. The final, no, it has not had
It has
a
not.
final coat.
but that will happen. And
that.
I may actually use a matte medium. I've been talking to people about that. Or-
Yes.
And as a
Alternative.
alternative. Okay, this one really went black hole.
She really got angry.
Yeah, and
And of course, that darn light, I swear, it's like always like right in the middle. I try to move it, and then she puts it right back. So it's her. It's not me. She likes that
well,
light.
it's actually sort of important that I'm able to see what I'm doing. I think this is the one that I'm going to cut
I'm here for you guys.
because this side is very interesting, I think. So this will be the main side that is showing. I mean, both of them are going to show, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely some texture going on here. Even, what she obliterated. There still is. It's kind of funny. Like, it's harder to see, obviously, on the camera. Still, a lot of it is there. It is just a little harder to see.
This is one of my absolute favorite. If you only get one color, this is burnt orange, and this is the Ken Oliver. But look at what you get in that. And see, look at that, and look at this with this going on around here. Isn't that lovely? And of course, I love this.
They are leathery. That is exactly right.
Yeah,
Kylie says gorgeousness right there.
That is a good word for it. And of course, I love this.
Oh, yeah, that's a good blue. I think that's what we ended up just kind of going, we should probably just use that. That ended up being our Shibori indigo-ish go-to color.
Yes. I think if I go with these three and have a green waiting in the wings,
Yes.
and I don't know which green I like the best.
I like the other one better, I think, because you're going to bring in a
this
little...
is Leaf Green by Brusho, and this is Emerald Green. I like the yellow in this green better. It has more yellow in it.
I agree with that.
So, that is something, and I did go ahead on all of my, and I don't know if you noticed it or not. Now, I absolutely...
I requested the sparkle, Chris.
I love this, but I think we're going to go with this one instead because you can see this has that pinkish into it.
Yeah, I love that.
This goes into more of the lavender range.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're going to go more purpley if you use that other.
I am, and that we don't necessarily want. All right, so I'm going to leave these out here, and like I said, I always use yellow. I don't ever even worry about it.
And here's the other thing about watercolor crystals. There's just when you think you have a handle on them is when they pop
leap
out
up
and
slap
some
you in
weird
the
color
face.
comes out and you're like, whoa, what happened
Where did that
there?
come from?
So just,
Yeah. It's one of those kind of things that's a little bit serendipitous.
Yes, you have to be okay with that.
You have to be okay with that. Okay, now, the other thing is here.
Unless you pre-mix them in the little jars like P had, then because it's all mixed up at that point. But when you'll see here in just a second, for those of you that aren't really familiar with watercolor crystals and, how to go about applying them, obviously different ways. If you want to know the color for sure, you can pre-mix it in a bottle and then you know that that's what you're going to get. Now, that's not to say that each and every time you mix it, that it's going to happen that way, because they do have the little different bursts in there, right? Pete? Is that a good way to...
Yeah, now this one, this yellow ochre, I'm a real big fan of that one. It's sort of opaque. Don't care for it so very much. Oh, now the Terra Verte. Why didn't I like that one?
Yeah, we knew, like, Kylie, the only reason we have those swatches is because it just kept happening that it was like, okay, we have, like, we've got to get a handle on this. So the swatches are like...
Burnt orange, finally. Last one, of course. Okay, so, is that our colors? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you need that one.
Sepia. I need sepia. Sepia is a good one. Okay. Now, you know, I don't know that there's any rule here, but you know, understand what this is. You don't ever open these little things. You poke a hole in them, and you get one of these pins. And I just happen to
have a collection
of these pins.
Some are probably vintage.
I'm sure that they are. And so I just color coded the top, and I also wrote on there before you know, get all.
Because it's nice when they're in the box, you can just look at the top.
Yeah.
So that's one plus to the Brush Show brand, is that they have these flat.
Yeah, that you can write on them, because these, you know, you have to dig around for them.
Yeah.
And that isn't fun. Now, that is not to say there are people that actually open these up and they dip their brush in and flick it out there and mess around that way.
Jenny, keep hanging out with us. You'll learn how to just let it go. I have daily. It's immersion therapy, I guess, of letting things go around here.
Oh, well, you know, we all have our crosses to bear.
We do. She has to deal with me trying to let things go.
Yes. And then every now and then we have a total meltdown and we go into what I call the Napoleon cleaning mode.
Yes.
And she stomps around and makes everybody miserable until we help her. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little while.
It does. I just, you know.
Okay, so you can see we have some things going on here from the front.
Hello. All right. I think we talked about this last week. I'm going to go with Rennie. Rennie Grunhut. Or is it Rennie Unhut? Let me know.
Okay. I like to start with water. And I don't get really carried away with it. Well, I will, but not right off the bat. Just because it kind of...
Anne says letting go is good, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, it's a good way to enter into something.
Let's start off with my all-time favorite. Now, can you see what's happening? The little powder stuff going out here. You kind of wanted to...
Kylie says you have some leakage there.
Thank you, Kylie. Yes. I do. And now here we go. And you want to make sure you're kind of spraying straight down on it, because this, I don't know what that is.
Oh, goodness. What is it? Random
particle.
Random particles. Some RPs.
Okay, look at that loveliness already starting up out there. Woo-hoo.
Now let me know if you guys want me to zoom in. I can.
All right, let's do a little sepia.
I'm going to give a little brightness to it. It's sort of well, actually I see that the sun is coming out now, but it was cloudy, so I'm dealing with, you know, lighting changes here.
And hopefully I've got my
if we win the lottery, I'm building a studio with controllable lighting. There will be funds allocated. It's lots of plans if we win the lottery.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That one's also very impressive. Just, you know.
Now that was sepia.
It's like magic. Okay, awesome. It is Rennie. All right, very good. Okay, what are the... Please, mine went off for a while. Oh, okay, so we have both the Ken Oliver and the Brush Show watercolor crystals. The flat-topped ones there with the little pins in the top, those were the Brush Shows, or Brush Show brand.
I'm getting to that.
And then the Ken Olivers are the other ones with the little, you know, pointed... I'm sure there's a name for that. My brain's just not going there.
Nozzle.
Nozzle.
nozzle opening.
Nozzle opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, one thing that
I'm telling you, the internet has been just wonky. Okay, we're back to excellent. Sorry for that.
okay, I'm shooting out. It doesn't look green, but it says leaf green, so
It doesn't look green until...
it doesn't look green. Don't freak out.
This is why swatching is very important with the
Oh, yeah,
watercolor
now
crystals.
see, we're getting some green there. Yes, this is why swatching. I don't usually swatch, but with the brushes, you want to swatch.
Yeah, we should be back. We should be back on at this point, but let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat.
Now, I'm not doing any brushing or any water activity other than that I might have to have Mariah go and fill this up. Okay, we're going to stay away from black right now. But a little Prussian blue is always lovely, because then I might have to bring in some.
Okay, very good. Very good. Ooh, yeah, I like that.
I like the brushes. It comes out better. I kind of have to, work at the...
Yeah, and then what happens if you do a little bit too much of a squeeze with the...
Oh, yeah, then you get a
then
big
you get
blob. So that really, the delivery system on the brushes is much... And it's simpler. I mean, it's got to be cheaper to put things in a round cylinder than have a fancy little bottle.
We're always inquiring about packaging. We've got ideas. One of these days, somebody's going to approach us. Any day now.
Any day. All right, so the thing about this is this is where you really need to know your color wheel again, because you can end up with mud, which I don't mind. I'm actually very fond of mud.
Yeah.
As you can see from the other side.
But if you need to be pulled out of the mud.
If you need to be pulled out of the mud, you need to know something about a color.
I think you're getting a little
Juicy?
heavy. Yes, this was her problem the other night. And notice she's doing this to the white side on this one. And she's leaving her good mucky muck, grungy gel printing on the back side.
Which we may have some bleed through. So, okay, because this is not my favorite.
Yeah,
this is not my favorite one.
Don't do the running business. This was the first one.
Yeah.
I don't like you need to dab.
You just
Shush it.
shush it. There's just no right or wrong. But look, this is some really nice.
Oh yes, that's
was
right.
gonna
So
show.
Lindy's has the shaker. Okay, so Sharon has Lindy's shakers, walnut crystals, and that's that should get you going. All right. Are you going to continue on with this?
That's
Okay.
what I'm doing right now. Au contraire.
Let us know in the chat, guys. Are you?
Yeah, how riveting you
Are
find
you
this.
entertained? Are you happy with this?
Would you like to move on? Mariah would like to move on.
Hey, I wonder if you added salt, because it's watercolor, so you could do the salt technique with it.
You could do the salt technique. I just don't like all of that
I know.
grainy stuff running around all over the place, and it gets embedded in my gel plate.
I wonder if that's what kind of fired your hands up.
Oh, it could be.
Hello, Tanya. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, well, I'm liking this.
Well, I love it. I just, I don't know how entertaining this is. We're here to entertain.
And one of the things that's kind of hard on this is, getting to that very outside edge. There just isn't any way to do it other than, and you're going to get some on the other side. So, you need to, if that's going to bother you, get ready to
Oh, are you going to?
wipe it up.
Well,
I don't
careful
really
there.
care.
You smushing it down. You should kind of just smush it together. See what happens.
Oh, good
Smush it.
idea, Mariah.
Smush it.
That's a good idea.
Give it a smack.
Do a little Rorschaching here.
Rorschaching. Ooh, see, that was There, yeah, fold in one. There you go. Now she's doing what I want her to do. She rolled her eyes.
She knows if she's.
I need to have.
If she nags me long enough, I'll probably give in. And
you know what? I could set up the other camera to point at Pete, and that way you can see her, you know, facial expressions and things, and the looks she gives me.
Probably wouldn't be such a bad idea. Then you wouldn't have to have anything said. Okay, now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to go the other way. We've got to do our other fold.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, you know, hang out, pop on up by. That's cool too.
So
yeah, more ideas than time. There's always that around here. Like, we really do have to say, or I have to tell Pete, like, we need to focus in. What is it that we really want to accomplish here? Because, you know, we only have a certain amount of time, and especially like for the live streams, we only have this allotted time, which hopefully, I don't know exactly when, but we're gonna go to 2 times a week if we possibly can. Most likely it will be once Izzy goes to actual kindergarten, because she's just in preschool right now. So, and then we'll kind of figure out. I think a little later time, right? Is that what we were talking about? So that way, those of you that,
because someone mentioned, this is why you want to do this on a surface that is you don't
forgiving.
mind
or
mucking it up.
A mucky surface.
Yeah.
This is why we use the freezer
Okay, now
paper.
see, that's starting to work out really nice. I don't know why this over here is not. I need more water. It just stayed put.
Now, remember, this was the Epson presentation paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, this stuff, man, it holds up. It's darn near mixed media
Yeah, because
quality.
right now, this is totally saturated.
Oh, Kathy says she likes putting a stencil on top and let it dry with the stencil on top. With the brusho, so you do the watercolor crystals. Tell us more about that, Kathy.
Yeah.
So she's just putting a stencil on top and then let it dry. Oh, because it'll collect. Oh, and that would work. Here's a little shameless thing here, but it would work really well with our stencils because they're the Yupo. So they really would.
Yeah, they don't get soggy.
They don't get soggy, well, and they're meant to handle the media, so I think that would work really, really well. Do you want to maybe put some of the ATC ones on there while it dries and see what happens in some of the little areas?
I was just thinking about...
Or one of the big ones.
Trapping it. You know, in between two. And that way I could...
Yeah, you'll double up.
Okay, now, I know this looks like a lot of green, but I sort of really like this.
What happened to the... Oh, that's just the blowout from the light. I'm like, what happened to that one spot?
And see, you can come back in and smush it into...
Ooh,
Oh, no.
Yep, I was going to say, you were getting way saturated.
Okay, well, all right. We just decided where our middle cut's going to be.
Perhaps. Oh, we can also, you know,
yeah,
collage that together. There's always a
collage that together.
Those are technical terms.
Yeah.
Collage that back together.
I don't know. I really like it.
Yes, leave
it
alone.
I like it. I think it's good.
Flop some stencils out there.
I'm going to carry this over and put this down on a little tray.
Well, where's one of your bigger boards? Do you have one there? You want me to go grab one? She's always got something stuffed under the desk here, so no worries. Yeah, looky there.
They're kind of stuck
Now,
together.
here's the other funny thing about these is that you gotta watch out, like, what's left on there. Because it will pick things up, especially if it's really saturated, like this here piece is. I would like for you to put some stencils down on it and show everyone.
Okie dokie. Let's see. What do we have?
Now, not ones that we plan on maybe using towards the end, because we're going to try. This is obviously going a little longer than I had anticipated, so we may not necessarily get to it. But, and I see our light has changed once again. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. There we go. That's more better. She loves that stencil. And
I do.
I kind of cringe every time she shows it to people because, man, that thing, it's a tricky one to cut. And it's a tricky one because I feel bad, like, you really have to know that stencil is one of those ones that just requires patience and understanding.
That one's
because it's got a lot of pointy bits. Oh, good morning, Judy P. I'm so glad you're here with us. All right, so those were the two. She just went with 2 big stencils versus throwing down some of the ATC ones.
Well, I just didn't want to be here all day.
True that.
And
I appreciate that.
moving along.
We're moving along. We'll show that next week once it dries, because I'm assuming you kind of want to leave it. Should we put something heavy on it? I kind of feel like it should have something heavy on it to really...
Well, I'm not sure what...
Barbara, let us know.
What exactly...
Or, no, sorry, Kathy. Kathy was the one who was telling us about the stencil business.
Okay.
Yeah, let us know. I'll put something heavy on it if I need to. There's a laptop over here that is pretty worthless. The cat's visiting. Hello, Bentley. He's been really upset that the weather is getting chilly and that he has not had the proper bedding.
Well, he goes into the closet.
Yeah.
And we had the door closed this morning because Izzy was still asleep. And he's outside the door meowing, going, "Excuse me."
Oh, Tanya says no need. Just leave it and it will draw up. Awesome.
All right. Well, we can do that.
What?
All right. Now what?
Here.
What's next?
Come here. Come here. Because otherwise it's going to jump on the table anyway. Come here.
Yes. Okay. So I want to show this, what I'm working on here.
Okay.
All right. Now this is one that I started, and we talked about the collage. And what's kind of cool about these little accordion books, you can work on 4 pages at a time. You know, when you're gluing and doing stuff that if you put it together, it would stick together, right?
Right.
Okay, well, you can see here, I got a little carried away on that spread, and that's stuck down. But you know what? That is not a big deal. What I will do is I will either just grab one of the sprays and touch it lightly with whatever. But what I've been doing here is
testing out a few different things.
And I'm really glad that I did some of this.
Hey, Mo. Good morning. Afternoon.
Some of this just did not work the way I wanted it to. I wanted to actually print onto the surface using a transfer. And I do have one. This is what happened right there. But that's pretty...
Here. Oh, here. You want to show that?
Pretty unimpressive.
There.
Then these little pieces, I used Mod Podge.
All right, bye.
And it just obliterated the pattern totally.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually from the transfer, which I just had Mariah, you know, do her little thing on the...
More collage-y business.
More collage-y business. Now, this is a transfer. This is a transfer. A direct transfer. The problem is you have to move quickly.
Very quick. And Amsterdam paint.
You know, I tried, I don't know how many different others, and it just, you
I
just
think 3 or 4 others.
Get it to happen. Now, what I did decide, and I want to try this today, this is one that I did some,
I think you had some funny things happening with that 5x7 plate last night, too. I really do.
I don't think it's the plate. I think it was the...
she thinks it's the...
Okay, so I just did some asemic writing on a piece and Mariah shrunk it down.
So that's an actual laser print. That's an LP.
Yeah. This here is how I got this here. With...
Are you going to glue that down
Amsterdam. I want to do that.
Okay.
But now, I want to do it, and this is not really something that I'm very good at.
Oh.
It's the tearing of it.
Okay. Hey, Lisa. I like that. That thought process. She says, we've got her wheel spinning. She's wondering if you could do that same technique with the Inktense blocks that were grated. Please do that and post it in Makers. Hey, by the way, we have a Facebook group for those of you that are new.
Oh, that's
the
a
Makers
really...
Of Mixed Media Art and Artists.
A really... Oh, I
like that idea. We don't have those blocks.
No, I don't.
Tanya does. I saw her. She actually used them in a stream, I think last week or week before. But
Oh, I think that's a marvelous idea, darling.
Yes, Lisa, please. Oh, Kathy says yes, you can. So all right, we have somebody that already knows that. Okay, well, I'd like to see how that works out, though.
Yes, I don't have that set up, or I could do that. But I am going to.
Robin, she says how the technique works. The paper dries faster where the stencil openings are. The moisture will then wick towards the dry spots, carrying the pigment with it. See, that's why Robin's one of our moderators. She knows things.
That's right. I have my I don't know block of knowledge is a lot more extensive than my I do know block of knowledge.
We just like doing art and stuff.
I just this is all kind of.
Now there are some things we know.
There are some things that I know from experience, but in this area, most of this is I'm learning as I go.
Dwight makes an actual grate and shake container.
Well, of course they do.
Of course they do. Look at us all learning things.
No kidding.
Oh, and that's how the stencils work with the coffee and tea dye as well. Inktense doesn't wick the same. When dry, and excess pigment will rub off and it stains. All right, man, we are getting some good
stuff, Maynard.
Stuff. Yeah, would have taken us weeks to probably figure this stuff out. That's funny.
Okay, now I'm just thinking that this is going. The reason I'm going with the paper is I really do want it to kind of
have that
break up some of these really dark areas.
Because she got heavy-handed.
I got a little crazy with the.
And again, if you guys want to see that, after the stream, I will make sure that I put a link to that whole, no sound. You can fast forward it, like put it on 2 times and see how she brush showed all of, or I just say that it's like the Coke thing, brush show seems to be sort of the generic but also brand name term for the watercolor crystals.
Yes. Okay, this is matte Mod Podge.
They did good with their branding because they seem to be like the one that.
Yeah.
Like when you think of the water.
I don't know if this is the right brush to use or not, but it was handy.
That works too. Let's see. She's working hard to tear. Tanya wanted you to use we talked about that, Tanya. That's hilarious. The water technique to outline it and then tear.
I know. But I so suck at that.
She really does. It's usually usually my job.
That kind of fine motor skill stuff. If I can stand back and throw something at it, I'm in good. But that fuddy cutting, whatever that is, the F word that has a Y on it.
We call it fuddy cutting.
You just count me out on that. Okay, now look, I'm getting a little, breakage here, which I was just going to have to live with that.
Okay. Mo's saying, Kylie or other UK peeps, do you have a good brand of the calligraphy tissue? Oh, that P is using during, PM's affiliate. Yes, pricey. Yes. Do let us know, those of you that are kind of in the UK area, on that whole archival, because it's just the archival tissue paper.
Yeah.
And you would think that they would carry it over there that wasn't so crazy. I mean, I think it all comes from China anyway.
Seriously, and it doesn't have to come across the water.
Logistics, people.
Okay, so I'm, and I needed, I'm not very prepared today for some reason. I don't know.
No worries, Tanya. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, we're just doing some meandering here, right?
We're meandering on the meandering
All
accordion.
right, well, I'll pour my.
Oh yeah, there you go, Kylie. She probably definitely knows for sure. Yeah,
Drinking water into here.
Hey, I made that little I made that little pot. High school.
All right.
It's a pinch pot. That was my favorite kind of.
I love this little fan brush. It just works for all kinds of things, but you know, get it a little wet first.
Oh, Robin says look for tissue to pack wedding dresses.
Oh, that's the same. Yes, that's the same thing.
See,
You might be even be able to get that at like the dry cleaners. Okay, see? Gone. Well, for the most part.
Why do you have some weird white?
That stuck together and pulled off.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to do some more.
Now, while this is still wet,
Hello, Becky.
you can kind of come in with your...
Happy New Year's to you.
Please make sure it's transparent color because you do not want to cover up your wonderful...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good call.
What?
On the transparent.
Yeah, you just make sure. And I'm just kind of messing around on the edges there. I don't know what that's going to look like. We'll have to wait till it dries. And then we'll come back to that. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure that we're not going to be able to... the reason I love this little container of Mariah's is because I can put my brushes in it and they don't fall over.
Yeah.
The other one that I have is just kind of deep and then they... All right.
Oh, Kathy Arbor says she likes using the wet strength tissue. It is very strong.
The wet strength?
Oh, good morning,
tissue?
Leslie.
Ooh.
Happy New Year. Much love to you as well.
All right. All right. So, moving right along here.
Yes, Laura. Yeah, that makes sense. That the wedding packing paper is acid-free to help preserve.
Yeah. And it might actually be... Now, I tell you what, I do not really care for the... for this purpose, where I want transparency. I'll show you this. This is the rice paper. And it's really great to frottage with, but the problem is it's very opaque, and you're not going to be able to get very much of whatever is underneath.
Yeah, even when you glue it down, it holds its...
Yeah, it just...
It doesn't blend
Now,
back.
you know, that if that is what, you know...
Or that particular one.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a thicker one, too.
Exactly.
We've got some weird rando stuff around here. So
Yeah, we do.
don't trust everything we say.
You know, that being said, if I wanted it to be very whatever, I'm going to try to make a little, like, kind of a seal looking thing here.
Oh, goodness. Here she goes.
And,
She's using the scissors off camera. That's good. This is when I should have the other camera on her. I'll try to set that up one of these times. That'll be funny. Let's see here. Carnival Papers, wet strength, tissue paper, 60 sheets, currently $12.99, but really strong. Is that a good price? I don't know if that's a good price.
yeah, it's kind of pricey stuff.
Well, and that's pounds. $12.99, right?
Okay,
In
well, this I
pounds?
think this is
euros? No, they don't do euros there, right?
this is kind of a interesting little shape.
Ooh, kind of like a succulent,
Thank you, Mariah.
or a lotus. It looks very lotusy, which we're kind of keeping with the.
This is one that I just stamped the...
And I said, "What are you doing?" I says, "You aren't getting any transfer." She says, "I didn't mean to."
No, I was just trying to break up the... Okay, I don't... This one is kind of a clunky leaf
Like,
here.
cut it in half.
We could do that. But I'm going to try something else first.
Yes, that is true.
What is it?
If it's pricey and works, that's better than cheap and rubbish. Agreed.
Well, and being really frustrated
And
because...
yeah, well, and messing something up that you've worked hard on. Because usually you're kind of doing this at the end. That's when it gets a little nerve-wracking. Because you're like, all right, well, you know, I've only spent days on this. It's like watching somebody brush over your 3 days of collaging.
Well, that looks kind of like...
It looks like hair or something that you can put on a doll. Kind of looks like a Dragon Ball Z. Would you like me to do that?
No,
Okay.
I want to do it.
Okay. Hey, we did find the little scissors. I don't know if you guys knew that we were looking for our little scissors. Did we talk about that last week?
I think we did.
Okay, well anyway, we found them.
We found them.
In between gel prints. Stuffed in...
Stuck in between
the file folder.
gel prints.
Yeah. We were blaming Izzy. We were thoroughly convinced that she had absconded with them.
Yes. And that's usually a... I don't know if I really love that.
Aw, that's super sweet, Kylie.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Okay.
Glue that thing down.
Glue that thing down. Oh, and I lost my... I tell you what.
She lost her glue.
I lost my glue.
And that was even before the clean. So she can't blame it on the fact that she was cleaning.
No,
and she was at least honest about that.
I said,
nice.
it happened before the clean.
I said, are you sure? She's like, yeah, it did.
I just want to put something down here so that you understand what I'm talking about when I say
Here, let me zoom
opacity. You're not going to see anything underneath that because it's just too thick. And, you know, if that's...
Yeah. Now, even if you did put a little bit more like Mod Podge or whatever over it, you know, 'cause sometimes the ones that really soaks in, it happens a bit more.
I don't want to do that right now because I'm going to shut this up and get it somewhere else. And okay, now we're starting to see some... We'll have to come back and revisit this.
What's Gampy paper?
Pardon?
Kathy asked if Kylie had tried Gampy paper.
Don't know that.
Ah, yeah, that's a new one. Oh, Chris, she just bought some of the Carnival. Big sheets. She likes it so far. All right.
Good to know these things because, you know, otherwise you have to buy it and you buy things that you don't like. All right, now I have this other stuff.
Recycled sewing pattern paper could work. Yes. Agreed, and we want some of that.
We do, and I think Anne's sending us some.
Yes, Anne's supposed to send us some. I'm supposed to send
All right,
some
now
stuff.
this paper I learned about from...
Froil.
No, originally I got this from Lisa.
Yes. Lisa had sent it to us. But
Lisa
Froil's been doing some cool things with it.
She has been doing some very cool things. And I really love it. But what I did is I took those little scissors, these little jobbers right here.
These little jobbers.
Okay, these are ancient.
Those were the ones that were lost.
The ones that were lost. But they have a very sharp point. So I put it down on my... well, you can just see what I did there. See the little marks? Because it wasn't quite...
furry enough.
And it wasn't... I wanted to see more of what was underneath. But this paper is tough. And I also want to use this. I watched Robin McClendon use it for a actual stencil.
Eva was just thinking about the Gampy stuff. I tell you, Eva knows some things. Eva has she has a YouTube channel as well.
And she's written books.
And she's written books. If you want to know about that citrusol technique,
yeah,
Eva knows some things. Eva Macy.
Okay, well, I'm sort of liking this stuff, and like I said, it's really tough. You have to really yank it.
Yeah.
But you get some really interesting...
Oh, here, I'm going to back out. Sorry, I was like super duper. Or if you want to move your little thing to the middle, the page that you're working on there. There we go.
This is so funny. Izzy was doing videos last night.
Oh, that kid.
She was... Okay, so she's doing all this stuff with her Hatchimals, right? And just listening to her is just so funny because you hear yourself.
Yeah, she's picked up.
And she constantly refers to PM Artist Studio in her little dialogues. And it's just so funny.
Okay, so this is, they call it lace. It's like an artisan lace paper. It's Japanese. I can't remember the name, the word.
Yeah, and it took forever for me to get mine. I mean, when I just had finally given up, and it's not cheap.
No, it is not cheap. You can find it on Amazon. You can also, there's this website called Mulberry something or other. I'll post it over in Makers. that has all kinds of crazy awesome papers that just are gonna be like, okay, well, that's dangerous. Because I feel like that every time I go over there and check stuff out.
This is a technique that I perfected.
Okay, take the pen out of your mouth, please.
Well, if I put it down, I won't be able to find
Here,
it.
hand it to me.
Okay, this is a technique that I perfected. You put the glue down, and then you use a slightly damp brush to spread it out. Then you, because the Mod Podge glues down totally differently. Now I'm going to show you that. I'm going to put them right next to each other here so that you know that. And I know that no one thinks, or I don't know, I haven't seen anyone address this particular.
Good morning, Scrap. This is Scrap
really
Chick or Scrap Cheek? I didn't pay attention to that on the channel. Do you go by Scrap Chick? Oh, so here, this is some good stuff. I love this. So, let's see. Okay, so they're talking about the carnival paper some more, and then Mo says, "Izzy's so cute. I love how she chooses her role playing to be important to the important strong women in her life." That's right.
Well, we've run into a little problem at school with that strong women thing.
Yeah, she's got ideas.
Yeah.
And
they don't always correspond with those of the teacher. I just feel like that we're...
Cheek, all right, yes, chick.
Okay, so...
Yes, sorry. The Agora, yes, that is exactly right, Lisa. Thank you. Like, it just escaped me. I meant to write it down because I just cannot ever remember a lot of those names. Like the Monomagami, something like that. That's the one that Robin McClendon's been using lately. That's the crinkled up paper. There's different techniques, and then there's paper making. There's difference.
I don't know. I just really love this stringy stuff. I just can't get enough of it.
If they would just call it stringy stuff, I can't get enough of it, then we'd all be able to find it on the internet.
I have a whole roll of it. I mean, if you would like a sample of it, just let us know because I can.
We'll send you some Happy Mail, but you're gonna get some other things too.
And you know what is so funny?
I'm getting rid of things.
Lisa sent some of this right before mine came in the mail. And it is exactly the same paper.
So they were on the same page.
Lisa, is Lisa there? Is she?
No.
Oh. Well, anyway, she'll watch the reruns and she'll get a chuckle out of that. I think I've told her before, but... Okay, so...
Good morning, Carrie.
Let's move on out here. Now, we don't want to close those quite yet, although notice I've been very sparing with my...
Yeah, so
glue.
Laura, I don't know if it's actually mulberry paper, but it is of the same process to create it. And then that one website that I talked
very
about
fibrous.
Does carry the true mulberry paper. So it's similar. I don't know that it is actually made of it. But according to the price, I would say that it might be.
Yeah, we have mulberry paper around here, Mariah, over there in the...
Oh, I'm not.
Now, sometimes I like straight edges because you can tuck them into the corner of your little whatever you're doing there. And I think that if you're new to collage, which I'm not, the kind of collage I do, I will show you, Mariah. Do we have one of the heads upstairs?
No, not the collaged ones. But if you really want me to, I will go down there.
Well, that's the kind of collage that I do.
I should go get that because that will show you that,
Yeah, this isn't my first rodeo.
It's funny.
Say in Texas.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know. I think that's sort of interesting.
I like it.
I mean...
I'm kind of done with this whole collage-y bit.
You are?
I don't know. I mean, again, let us know. I'm going to go get the head so you guys can see.
Yeah, I'll work on
some other possibilities. And we even have some blank heads. We should probably, use up some scraps and just, get these heads covered.
I'm going to make it have a little relationship.
Izzy bit the noses off when she was little.
Oh, she loved to play. I would give her these push pins that, were in my brush hose. And she would stick them in the head with vigor.
She would spend like we would roll out a blanket and then Brad would just be horrified. He's like, "You're giving the baby push pins?" I'm like, "Well, she's keeping an eye on her and she seems to be very entertained."
She was very entertained, and every now and then I would look at her, and she would put one up to her mouth and look right at me.
Oh yeah, because
and I'd say, "Do you want me to take the pins away?" Because the minute I see you putting those in your mouth, we're going to have to take them away because
she's been like that. Like, I swear, just since she arrived with that sort of attitude. Like, really? Okay, I'm gonna go get the head.
Go get the head.
I'm gonna turn my camera.
Okay. Now, see, this is really great because this is corresponding to this very dark hole area right here.
The dark hole area. I have you kind of zoomed in. I hope this is a good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay in the center here.
Yeah.
But I just, all those little sticky things, I think they just add such an interesting... Oh, I didn't have anything underneath that. But try not to get too carried away with the amounts of Mod Podge that you're putting down. Because you know that you're going to be... I don't know if I love that really stark contrast there. I don't mind it over here because there's less value difference between, and that looks like that's going to come up, so I'm going to hit it with another little spot. Now the other thing that I made was all of these little rubbings, and this one has some of those rubbings on it too. This has not been stabilized with gel plating, so it's still sticky. But this is one of those crayons that Cran d'Arche. I'm probably really, totally butchering that, and I apologize and profusely.
I'm gonna put these behind
it's
you.
Very it's a stiffer crayon, and I thought it would hold up. Not so much. But, live and learn.
I brought all three because each is sort of different in its own way.
It is. Now, I am thinking that perhaps some of that is going to show through.
Oh, Jeanette, hey!
Oh, is this our Jeanette from Germany?
It's our Jeanette from Germany. Sorry, I was running up and down the stairs. That says some things about me. Probably should have some New Year resolution about that.
Oh, I think that's a bit rash. Perhaps we need to rethink that. Okay, I'm liking that. That's a little more nice organic curve to it there than. But look what's happening over here with this. Now see, that's
relationships. You need to connect those somehow. Although the blue there.
Yeah.
But you're talking about with the glue. Did you do your weird glue technique? Did you? She doesn't glue like I do.
I do, but then I put wet water on top of it.
It doesn't work the same with the art glitter glue. That's why she's got kind of the... Because she has a dot. She has a dot technique.
Well, I'm just using tiny bits of Mod Podge right now.
Oh, Peppy is pinka. Oh, were you saying something about new? Good morning, buffering. I feel like I missed something. But yes, we do have lots of new people. But Penka, yeah, Penka, Mom and Penka have been talking.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. But I just think these little micro...
Oh, Julie. Julie's here too. Good morning, Julie. Super morning there for her, I think.
These little mini collages that you're actually creating a composition. Now, the kind that I'm more familiar with. Okay, this one. And I don't know, Mariah, you need to back it up.
Oh, I am. Yes, yes, yes. Good call. Back it up. Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. This is from the New York Times. I used to take...
All right, you got to move the head to where your glue box... There you go. It's so creepy, but kind of cool.
Well, what it was the Expo of the Body Works is the name of it. I even have the book somewhere. In Chicago. And Carmichael...
Well, it traveled around.
Yes. But anyway, the write-up was in the New York Times, so and Carmichael got to go, and my dad was really sick at the time, so I went to Colorado instead of Chicago. And anyway, he brought the book back.
Because it came to Dallas, too. We didn't go, but...
Oh, I would love to go. I was in Alaska when it was in Dallas, of course. Never seemed to be in the
I wonder if
right.
it's still around
But
somewhere.
just in case you forget, see, there's art.
Yeah.
But this was done...
This is art, in case you didn't know.
This was done years ago. What? How many? When I lived in Friona. That would have been at least 12 years ago.
Maybe. Anyway.
Well, I lived in Alaska for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've lived here for 4, so that's 10.
There we go.
Yeah.
Math, y'all. Yeah.
Math. Anyway, this is the kind of collage that I like to do.
Oh, yeah, some people have saw it. Okay, Margalo saw it in Minneapolis.
Now, this one is really cool. Oh.
Yeah, they're a little dusty.
Did you know? Dust?
I sort of did, but see, this is the thing about the Mod Podge. Is it does get a little sticky here and there.
Okay, I'm wiping her nose. This is all frottage.
Yes. Collage frottage.
Collage frottage.
And you know, you can go to like the beauty supply places and get these foam heads. Or
I got mine at
The Goodwill.
Value Village, and they sold them they had a net. I bought 3 or 4 in a net. And this is just a chunk of post that was cut off
yeah,
from
they need a little
the
weight.
fence building. Yeah,
If you want to put anything on them, which we put hats on them.
I have one. I don't know where's the one that I have a rock in the bottom.
Oh, yeah,
And it just clunks around.
Oh, yeah, that one's the other one downstairs. We have a lot of the heads and more that need to be done. But, so what she did is she put a rock in a tin.
The lid on it, and then I sealed it up.
And that was her base. So, you know, we're crazy. Well, she's crazy people. I just, you know.
I did this one with my junior high.
I like that one the
age
best. It
kids.
is weird and quirky, but I like it.
They loved it too. They really got into this, and I mean we had some really.
I'll tell you what, when I get them back downstairs
this-
and I'll clean up the table and everything and set up the pictures, I'll take a picture of the vignette.
That we have downstairs with my
Yes, with the heads.
hat on. Didn't I wear that?
Yeah, the big hat. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the one that she wore during the watercolor when we were doing the mark making series. That one of the big hat sits on one of the heads.
Yeah, absolutely does.
Part of the.
Now this is.
Oh, Kylie wants to know: did you attach the head and the post with glue?
I did, and
like Gorilla Glue or something.
Whatever that kind is, that it's ever so slightly kind of foamy.
Yeah, that's like the Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, and you can see. I mean, I could have done a better job. It's kind of crude.
What you should do is just come down and do a little connection with some more.
Well, what I
collage.
should do is just collage the whole thing like I did
The other one.
the other one, because I mean I think this one.
I love that it's all one thing.
But it is just a. Well, here you can see the wood.
Or if you don't want it like crazy heavy, like
And
you
see,
said,
you know
can
that
use the box.
it got moved because it has a
Sticker on it.
sticker on it. This went
She
too
also
late.
has this crazy ass newel post that's smashed in her toe when they moved here.
Okay, now what? Where are we?
Okay.
Well, let's do a quick check on how we're doing here.
Is it kind of drying up and being nice?
See, it is. It's doing.
Hold that up to the camera, or I can zoom in, but why don't you just hold it up there so they can see the business.
Oh, I know. We need to show how to cut it, but the problem is, no,
Well, if
I
you-
can cut yours.
Yeah, you can cut mine.
Yeah, because did we do this? Did we do the cutting?
No, we just, now again, I put a link to our website that's pinned at in the chat there. And so if you want, you can download the instructions on how to fold. And it really doesn't matter the size of the paper. The folding process is basically the same. These particular ones R13 by 19 presentation paper, because that's kind of what I had, and we really like the weight of it. It works well for this.
Yes.
Like it's, you know, we talked about that last week, that it's not too heavy. Hello, Sarah. I think somebody else popped in. Oh, yes. Hello, Sarah. Sarah from, oh, it's our Sarah from New Zealand.
Can I have my pen back? Oh, never mind.
I put it on top of there so you could see it. But yeah, you can download that. We did talk about it last week, that this presentation paper is a nice weight, because you're putting more stuff on it. So think about that when you first start, that you don't want to start with something really heavy, because it's going to get even heavier.
Yeah.
And harder to fold.
Because these are really... And I'm not going to do this one because I'm really not finished with... yeah. There is that.
You can cut mine.
I'm going to cut yours.
Okay.
I could cut Izzy's, but I don't know that I'm finished with hers either.
I think hers needs some work too.
I just had a deja vu, everyone. Okay. Now, I wanted to just address this because we did a little bit when we talked about, you know, what happened here. But if that happens and your edges start to kind of burst open or whatever, I just hit them with either some paint or your stays on. Because see, they're getting kind of white in a couple of places. See that?
And then you can reinforce them a little bit, either with like a glue wash or the Mod Podge, or, you know, whatever you're using, the matte medium. Just, you know,
but
shore
the
those
presentation paper is going to do that to some extent. Now,
well, I think even if you use watercolor paper,
oh, watercolor was
burst.
probably going to be even worse because that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, well, whatever happened there, we're just going to go with it and say, oh my gosh, that is absolutely fabulous. Okay.
Can you use packaging paper? Yeah.
I think you can use anything.
I mean, really.
Just depends on how, you know, look at that spot. Isn't that gorgeous?
I like that spot.
And I love this spot over here. Okay, now we have...
Jeanette says, what about some plain washi, then paint over it? Yes, you could do that.
What is it?
Some washi tape would work well. You've got to glue that business down.
Yes. I am... Washi tape, I do not like washi.
Or do you just mean like washi paper? Because that is, you know, same but different.
What was I turning around here for? Oh, my scissors. Dear Lord.
Hello, Susie.
Okay,
Welcome.
so I don't know which side would be easier to cut from. It's probably less. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to have 2 cuts.
Oh, Heather's here. Hey, Heather.
And then I want to have 1 cut. But I have a choice. I can 1 cut this way, or I can 1 cut this way. It doesn't matter. This booger's going to be right in the middle.
Hey, so 1 second, real quick. On the paper bag, yes, I mean, I think any paper is going to work. Obviously, again, you're going to want to maybe... You want to get your collage down, but you also want to fold it beforehand, because that's what we were talking about last week, that it was really nice to have it pre-folded so you know where things are going to kind of lay out.
Yes, because this was pre-folded even before Mariah collaged on it, just so that you know where you're going. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to end up with a great big wad of stuff right on one of these corners where everything meets.
Yeah, and even if you want it to be square, it ends up being rectangular in its overall. So, you know, if you have a really big piece, because I think this is kind of how we worked it out on that first one, remember?
Oh, well, my square one.
We actually folded it first because we didn't know, because our little brains, and we're like, oh, that's going to be a lot of math.
Yeah.
We're like, eh. So we ended up folding the folds to the size that P wanted.
Because I already had my cover.
Right. So we had to fit the cover. And we used the stuff off the roll, our white craft paper. Folded them into the squares, but then it ends up, and then just trimmed. Because, so, you know, you can kind of work backwards.
There's just, you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
True that.
I'm going to make the decision, because if I don't, I'm going to end up with this right in the center. I'd rather have it with its sides. So I've made the determination to make this my center cut, and these my side cuts. Okay?
Oh, yes, the micropore. Didn't we get some of that?
Pardon?
The medical tape.
Oh, I don't
that you can
know.
make into your own washi. Oh, here we're getting crazy colored stuff. I don't know what's going on there.
Okay, now I'm going to stop right there. Then I'm going to turn it. And then I'm going to cut from here up to there.
Tell you what, this stuff that's all shiny, it gets tricky in the camera.
Well, it gets tricky for me to see where I'm cutting.
It's all shiny. Oh, yeah, see, Robin, tell you
Pardon?
what. It says, reminder, you can put 2 pieces of paper side by side and collage over the seam. Heck, you could put 4 pieces together and then you've got your, big larger sheet if you really want the, yeah. There you go.
I'll tell you what.
Robin's on it, man.
This is a little bit tough to cut because I've got so much
Yeah.
collage on the other side. It's like, wow.
Well, that's my collage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just look at that. Is that not
That
gorgeous?
just makes my heart happy.
Does that make your heart happy,
It
Mariah?
does.
And then you just go along here, and this is why I say pre-fold.
It makes it so much easier.
And I just tore right there.
That's fine.
And it's
We'll
okay.
fix it. No,
We'll fix it.
It ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
And then you just work your way around. I mean, it's pretty obvious where you go. Oh.
Oh yeah, and especially if you're doing the she didn't cut over.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go back to the drawing board here a little bit.
Yes, I think that the gesso on a paper bag situation would be perfect. That would work perfectly. So this is the meandering part, methinks. Although one must stay on course. Don't meander too much.
All right, you just follow it around. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have much. I mean, you don't have a lot of. Okay, now see, we're getting some weird. I don't know why that.
Breakage.
Just because it was so thick.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. We're gonna do a little trim on those little edgy edges.
And those little edgy edges.
So we've been reading the Walla Walla. I can't remember exactly. I need to look back who posted.
Double Trouble.
Yes, Double Trouble in Walla Walla. Because it was recommended in Makers, and please forgive me, I just can't remember who posted it, and I'll look back at it. But I did order it, and I'm just so happy that we did. And Izzy thinks it's hilarious, and
Oh yes, she loves it.
she kind of like wants to say it along with you, which also makes it the reading ability of it a little extra difficult. I know she did it to you, and she did it to me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's okay. So
Hello, okay, Estella. That was Estella. There we go. Well, we got it, and we love it, and we've been wallowing, and I think it's even making us say things even more so.
Wiggly Piggly.
Wiggly Piggly.
Holy moly. Yeah. It's just, I think language is such a wonderful thing, and I think when a child really
I love
does that.
rhymey anyway.
All right, so we have 2 sides here. And now we just need a cover. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? When you isolate
Oh yeah, we were
each...
supposed to mix paste and whatnot. You got 40 minutes. Can you mix some paste and do the cover? That was the other thing that we promised.
I don't even know where my cover... oh, yes, I do. It's right here. Look at this.
We got all hopped up into the brusho business.
Brusho business.
I may have to alter the title and whatnot. We might be texturing
I
next
want
week.
to make this cover just like I did my other one that we showed you last week. Okay? It's over the edge, and the reason it is because we're going to do the washer stoppage. But that is to
Washer
happen at a
stoppage.
much later date, because right now what we're just going to do is we're going to take I saved my pencil sharpener. Saved it. This says join VIP today.
I think that was like some like lotion stuff.
Oh, okay.
She saves jars too.
And if you shake this about a bit, the actual pencil part kind of settles to the bottom. And that, you think that's not a factor, but it really is, because it will color the paste, and it keeps coming back.
That's how we know.
Because you know that I've sharpened some pencils in here, and it just keeps coming back. Okay, so now what do we need?
They are super fun, and now we have like 4 or 5 of them running around here, just because we're at different stages. We've kind of created a new one, or there's been another one. The Meandering book.
Find a lid here that doesn't.
Oh, hello, Arabella from the Netherlands. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. You came in just at the time when
Yeah,
we're going to start mixing some mucky muck.
Some mucky muck texture business here. Something else to keep in mind is these pencil sharpeners can sharpen, or shavings can become a bit dangerous. So warning.
You know, before I think I used gesso, and the reason I didn't, I don't think it's such a good thing. I might have to have Mariah step over there and get some more. Oh yeah.
What is this?
Our modeling paste situation is kind of. But we don't have to use modeling paste.
Well, why don't you just mix it up in there?
Oh, aren't you just brilliant?
I got
Holy
ideas,
moly.
people.
She does have an idea every now and then. Now and again, now and again. All right, well, I think that's bloody marvelous. Yeah, okay.
Yes, the pencil sharpener shavings. She keeps them.
That's
what's in the little jar there. The
This
little
is it.
wooden looking bits.
I don't know what that foreign matter there is, but
Well, Izzy likes
it's probably not going to matter. We'll just put that in. And just, you know, grab some pinches of it. Can you see how I'm trying to get the fluffy stuff up to the top?
And the funny thing is like when we did this before, it colored it pink. So we think that there was a lot of pencil shavings of the pink pencils.
And you want to make sure that you've got plenty, because there's nothing worse than running out right in the middle of your... And I don't know that I will necessarily have this.
Well, this is from
Front
the
and back.
automatic pencil sharpener.
Yeah.
I
I
guess
do
that
have
is
the other ones too, saved somewhere.
somewhere probably.
I'm just trying to get less of the sediment.
See,
More of the fluff.
more, yeah.
More of the fluff. All right, now that's going to
You
smush,
need to mix
smush down.
just to see where you're at with that business.
You think I do?
I do.
Okay. Mariah says I need to mix. Let me just swish this off in the... I didn't clean my thing today because I knew I was doing brushos, and if
Yeah.
you do brushos...
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know,
It's
spray.
just... Yeah.
And then you're going to have some surprises.
Okay, so we know we've got a little bit of modeling paste in there. We don't really know how much. Doesn't matter. This is all eyeball and...
This is how she operates, y'all.
Yeah.
You want exact.
You need to go to another channel.
Yes.
Okay, so you just get a good amount out there. And just remember, you can keep adding. It's kind of hard to take it away. Of course, I can just keep adding pencil sharpener shavings too.
Now, I'd say with eyeliner, you got to be careful with that because there's going to be a oily-ish.
Oh yeah, I don't think I would use that.
Yeah.
That you might get into trouble there.
Because, yeah. Well, this is an interesting mix because it's going to be kind of blacky gray. So, lots of...
I guess that's the pencil I was using a lot of. Well, actually, Izzy, she comes over here. She loves to sharpen pencils. And she is hard on them.
Oh,
I
hello.
put my fancy
yes, who
ones
are you?
away.
Give us your name if you want to. Our Hearts with Arts. And then we will remember that.
Okay, well, I you know, I mean, how often do you... I think I can use a little bit more shaving business going on here. Okay, now...
Colleen, the brown stuff was pencil shavings. So from the automatic, the, you know, pencil
yeah,
shaving.
and mine's buried or up.
Oop.
Oop.
Goodness.
I'm thinking I need a bit more stiffener.
But see, it went black because obviously most of whatever was being sharpened in there is, or was something of the darker nature. The last batch we made, they were all pink.
It's the weirdest thing. Look at that.
But it's fine because you're gonna gesso over it anyway, or at least that's what we did with the last one.
Yeah, because it was a weird...
Although
I wanted to get it white so that I can do watercolor over it.
Yes, because remember, well, let me pull.
Or the brushos.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, it might help if you get that out.
Yeah.
People
So
will understand more.
remember,
about.
we're trying to get to this point of the textured cover business. And this is the crazy square one. And like I said, we sort of went, you know, backwards to end up with the right thing because she wanted her pages to be square. And then these are going to slide off. And when she was talking about, you know, leaving enough cover to do the stopper business, because we didn't really do that with this one. Whoop. Man, this thing is getting slick now. It used to be quite sticky. But see, this comes off. And this is one of our little paper washer businesses.
Is Felicia here today?
Actually, Felicia did just pop in. That is so funny. Hey, Felicia.
This is like, boy, this is right up your alley, Felicia. This is like frosting a cake. And I really suck at that, so, yeah, you'll see what my cakes look like. A bit lumpy.
They still eat the same.
They do. Now, I really like to get this sort of out to the edge, so you just pick it up.
Here, you want to put that out to the side, and then that way it's kind of in the shot, and you can kind of, you know.
Yeah,
say
everybody see that?
There. Rather than me showing it in the tiny
Okay,
screen.
so I used impasto, and with whatever remnants of modeling paste are left in this jar, which wasn't much. And that's how I made my mixture here. And I don't really remember how I made that. I think glue was involved.
Hello, Gilly. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you came over. Oh, and Sherry. Hey, good morning, Sherry. Oh, you guys are
New
sneaking
people.
in.
New people. Are these new people?
Yeah.
They are to me. I don't have the very best. But now I want this to be, see how this is kind of swirly whirly? But I liked how I sectioned it.
I did too.
And there's two reasons for that. I wanted it to dry a little quicker. And so if you can get, you know.
All right, you need to stay more in the middle
Oh,
here.
sorry.
There you go. I know, it's because you want to keep it up close to you so you can actually.
Okay, yeah. Itchy nose. Oop, that's probably a little bit more than we need. Okay, this is a process that, I mean, obviously I could spend hours swishing this around.
And it will then require days to dry.
Yes, and you want it to dry. But what I would also advise you about is that when you start doing something to this, be careful, because when these pencil shavings dry, you realize they're like wood sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And they will get you.
They will get you.
They will get you. And you won't be happy, and you'll be saying ugly words about me because you're going, well, she didn't say anything about that. So it's a disclaimer. Warning. Caution, caution.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, I don't know. I sort of like that.
Now, these, the cardstock that she's using
Is
are failed. I very rarely use that whole thing, but
I don't think they're necessarily failed, but
they didn't sell like I thought they were.
No, and I don't even know what we were thinking about that. We don't ever send cards out anymore, but I guess that a couple years ago we were still doing that sort of thing.
We've had these since the beginning of PM Artist Studio. In fact, they say PM Art Studio.
Yeah,
We
that's like a collector's item because there weren't that many of those. Okay, as you can see.
But they're called trifecta type paper, and it's like 3 sheets, so they're very, very thick. Do I have one?
I don't know.
Well,
okay, now you take your old credit card, and you can, you know, measure this out. I'm just sort of going to eyeball it. Do I want it right down the middle?
No,
I don't want it right down the middle. We're going to do thirds.
What are you talking about, lady?
Thirds.
Now, I don't know if this technique actually creates any more faster drawing, but it leaves some cool marks. This is more mark making.
More mark making with your credit card.
In texture business.
Yeah, and if you want to get exact there, of course you could probably measure those out. I don't think it's going to make that much difference. And if you want to clean up your edges.
There you go.
you just pick it up and scoosh it along there. And this is really a good time to be doing that, although, as you can see, it's kind of hard to get a hold of it without making a dent in your thing somewhere. I wish
should have put a handle on it.
Yeah, like, you know, one of those kind
Yeah,
the mortar things that they put brick on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can see. That's what it looks like.
I'm kind of liking this gray better than the pink, but you know what's funny is it still may turn pink.
Oh, yeah, because when we put the other stuff down, I'd use modeling, or I'd use something white, gesso, I think. And it was white when I put it down, and then all of a sudden
pink.
It turned pink.
Yeah, so.
Who knew? But anyway. And then...
Oh, folded tape. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea.
What is it?
Put folded tape on the back, created like a little handle thing, like a palette deal. Yeah, and then
okay, everybody, did you hear that?
Good.
That is such a good
call,
idea.
Sharon.
Good call.
It does look like concrete. Kylie says it looks like concrete. All right, so next week what we'll end up doing is we'll bring that back in. We may gesso it beforehand, so just, you know, keep in mind that we may do that throughout the week. P will make another one, so that way we have the front and back. So then we'll do a bit more brush-o on the cover. We still have like 30 minutes.
Well, what are we gonna do, Mariah?
I've been teasing the layered stencil business. Joint compound. Why does that sound familiar? Joint compound, isn't that? Oh yes, that's like the stuff they fill cracks with and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or drywall tape.
Yeah.
Type.
Business.
Okay, I need to put this. I don't think I'm going to use any more brushes today, right?
Judy says she loves it, but she'd have to heat gun it.
She'd have to heat gun it?
Now, be careful with that, because if it dries too quickly...
It's going to warp your thing at a weird angle because it's not going to dry evenly. I highly recommend you...
Because it's thick.
Yes.
You're not going to get an even coverage on it. It really... This is one of those things that really time is the best.
Look at that. Good stuff,
Good stuff, and she's got it in a jar and didn't even have to... You know,
figure out what to do with it.
Figure out what to do.
Sometimes Mariah has really good ideas.
Hey, and it was live.
It was recorded.
Y'all saw it here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to kind of wipe its nose.
But yeah, I mean, really, anything that you guys want to make your texture out of. I mean, Judy's a genius. She makes all kinds of things with impasto and.
Yeah.
The glass bead stuff would be great. I mean, whatever you really want to mix up and make your texture.
I just like the see this brush-os. This is why I did not change my thing today, because I thought, you know, that is just so silly. I won't be using.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got some good stuff there that I can go ahead and do that with. Put my impasto right there.
So we're going to do some layered stenciling.
Yes, I'm just...
Hey, and I think that we can kind of go a little long today if you want to, because I think that Brad and Izzy have headed out to go adventure around.
Oh, where are they going?
And maybe we can get Van to bring us food if you guys...
Oh, my goodness, my goodness.
Because that's the only other thing about, like... you know, doing the stream about this time is that by the end of it, we're pretty hungry, and we didn't have our fritters today.
No fritters.
Fritters today.
No
there was a lot of discussion about that in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. If you want to hang out with us during the week, that is the place to do it. By the way, if you haven't liked this video, I haven't even asked. It's been an hour and a half. I haven't even asked.
Oh my goodness.
Would you give it a thumbs
falling
up?
Down.
I know. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. That is so awesome. We'll be that much closer to doing the big giveaway. And for those of you that have come in kind of in a later part here, this is a perfect time for us to talk about that while P gets set up. Is that we are doing a big giveaway at the 2,000 subscriber mark. You must come back and leave a comment in this video or any of the previous live streams in the making, or in, what was it, the mark making series. That's when it started. So from those on to today, if you come back, leave a comment letting us know that you've watched and loved it all and that you would like to be entered into the giveaway, that would be super. Watching is even a more awesome thing. We very much appreciate that. What's kind of nice is if you're watching the playback, you can always watch it a little faster. That's okay too. You know, however you get it done. And then we will do the big drawing. We're going to do 3. We have a watercolor bundle. We have the gel printer bundle. And then we have the journal / artist book bundle, which will give you one of our gel printing little spiral bound books. And then whoever gets picked first gets to pick, and next gets to pick between the 2 that are left, and the last one gets whatever is, you know, left there. That's all that business. Look at that. Made all that happen in that amount of time. This is
okay, now
the 8 by 10.
Yeah, and the mucky muck's on the other side, so no worries.
So says she.
Oh, this is my new plate. I just love the smell.
It still smells good. Judy got her new plate. She said
loves
the
the smell
smell's
too.
awesome as well. See?
Some
Part of the
people
smell
were
club.
grumping about the smell, and I'm like, just whatever. Just don't pay any attention to those people, those naysayers. Okay, here we go. So now, what did we discuss, Mariah? We discussed a certain...
Alright, so this is going to be layering stencils. And also, for those of you that are new to us, to PM Artist Studio, we have our own stencils that we cut and we'll send to you if you purchase them through our website.
I want to do... Okay, I should show them what I did.
Okay.
Real quickly.
We also have the laser transfers, the LPs, because I noticed P grabbed some of those.
Because I want to do a laser transfer first.
Yes.
Then a mask.
Then a stencil.
And then
a triple.
Trifecta. I'm feeling really good about these. But then last night, the last one I pulled, of course, was a map print.
Well, it mapped on the one end.
It mapped.
You
But you can still see it.
Yeah.
But isn't this lovely? Doesn't it just remind you of denim?
I love it. And it's complementary colors. It's just...
And look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous?
And those of you that have maybe seen some of our shorts or even over on Instagram, I've been posting these as reels to do the pulls because it's fun. People like seeing the, you know. But it takes a while because like I have to video that one, then wait, then video this one, and then cut them together to fit.
Here's my map print.
Where's Fran?
Where's Fran? Did Fran show up today?
No, she showed up
like, you know, Fran.
I know.
A day early and then she forgot.
A day late and $1 short.
Yeah. Boy, she's going to be mad too. Look at this, Fran. I'm going to hold it here for a minute so you can really look at it in the replay.
All right. Well, again, we're going to probably stay on as long as we can.
She might show up.
Who knows? Who knows?
Alrighty. So, where do we start here? Okay, where I want to start here. And this is, I need to get another, just a moment, I'm sorry for the,
Uno momento, por favor.
Of course it's the one on the very bottom. No, it's not. Where is it?
Yeah, and it was kind of one of those accidental, it was accidental denim.
Yeah, it really was. I want to get my other 8x10 ready to go here because then I can go back and forth.
Let's see, I'm trying to figure out.
Because you're going to have to wait for it to dry. And remember, the waiting for it to dry business can be a real
I will say that
excitement killer.
I don't know if I caught it all, but they are talking about something going moldy. P's coffee stuff did go moldy. One of her mixes.
But did I tell you what? You know those little packets of silica? Silica? Is that it? That come in like your pills and whatnot? Mine is great.
Yeah, so if you want to store it, the dry content...
Well, you want to make sure it's as dry as possible before you ever put it in a closed container.
Yeah. Because
it does mold and it does smell really vile. Yeah, okay, well, we're going to have to do a little missionary work there, but that's all right. Okay. This is just like Rubrik's Cube here. I just keep moving stuff about.
And remember, these are her 2 8x10 plates. And then the boards that she has them taped, so she tapes down a piece of paper, and then the boards that we're using are those photography, like the reflection, to create the little reflection. They come, the ones that we buy, we usually get them in a 4 set, and it comes with 2 blacks and 2 whites. And then we left the protector paper on one side. So that's what you're seeing, that brown stuff.
Yeah.
And we really like, well,
Look at this. Look at this beautiful brayer. It took 2 days to get it that way, but I soaked it in Murphy's oil.
I was wondering if it was some of that retarder, the paper artsy retarder, because remember you were rolling that directly. I wonder if you need to mix that in the paint first versus rolling it out on the plate like you were.
That's the only difference that I used.
Because we're like, what is going on?
Oh man! All right,
I bet that's what it was.
The lovely paper artsy people sent us these samples. They were half bottles or something.
Yeah.
And they sent this stuff called retarder.
Yeah, it's a retarder.
But it's much soupier than the one that I have. And I don't ever have any trouble with this one. But I loved it.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you got some really cool effects. But it's also extremely sticky.
Oh,
And
hi, Sarah. Thank you for stopping by.
it wrapped around my brayer. I can usually just peel them off. I love doing that.
So I think you need to mix that in the paint.
Yeah,
of course, we didn't read
won't.
any instructions or directions or anything.
Yeah,
So,
that'd probably be a good idea to do that.
yeah, let us know.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Well, we're going with the Big Mama here. Oh, look at this. This is so funny. See how it's starting to build up here?
Yeah, you got a little spot thing there, but that's okay. All right, can you... Come on now.
Oh, I need to get that off there. Here, I'm going to hand you that, and you can work on getting that big old clunker.
Oh, goodness, yeah, you got a big
Yeah,
blobber.
it's interfering with my rolling.
Well, one thing one really likes about a roller is if it rolls.
Okay, Mariah made this. This is a new one. I love this. Look at this middle here. Isn't this... that's where it met up. I just think this is so cool. And I'm excited about...
This is an LP, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, some new ones. I'm going to probably put these in the shop this week. So, again, for those of you that don't know, because we know that not everybody owns a laser printer and may not even be something that you want.
Or have room for.
Or have room for. God knows, around
Yeah,
here it's
that's
still
always
questionable about the room thing.
No kidding. Whoa.
Kylie, I need to send you some of these. I'm gonna put a package together for Kylie.
And Kylie, this is for you. You and Mariah. Mo's not here today.
Carrie too. Carrie loves her some pink. We're part of the pink crew. But those are the laser prints that we sell as packets in our shop. So if you want to try it out and use our designs, that's really cool. I'm not going to sell them digitally. I don't want our designs out there that accessible at this point in time in our lives. And that was mine. And Anne, I do need to send you some things and let me know, because I'll hook you up. But Anne bought a laser printer. She's got a laser printer, so she can print them. And for those of you that know us and you are like part of our
Inner circle,
our daily lives, and I know that you aren't going to do anything nefarious with our prints, then I don't have a problem sending them to you digitally.
Okay.
That was some serious paint.
Very.
It's a whole lot of paint.
Very,
and I noticed
I'm not pushing it all on this. I'm just rolling it around the surface, because if you can actually eliminate your thing if you push too hard. And I have discovered that. And then somebody said that the other day. Oh, Froya. When she did her eye.
Mm-hmm.
She said I rubbed out an eye on her transfer.
Oh, that's some beautismus.
I know, but look at that too, and see, this is going to be lovely, because when I'm looking at this, I think I can get another print from that.
So FYI, we have...
But let it dry in between.
Yes, on the laser prints, you can use them more than once. Let them dry. That is not true each and every time, depending on the paint. But the Amsterdam seems to do the best and makes it to where you can use the laser prints more than once. And then you can use the laser prints for other things too, because they've
Yeah,
got some cool, different, you know,
frottage.
some frottage. Well, collage. It
Collage.
wouldn't be frottage because you're
Sorry,
not rubbing.
yeah.
But we just like, she
Well,
likes
you
saying
can.
frottage.
But I just like to say it.
Oh, goodness.
All right, let's go with our old tried and true.
Oh, I know those big printers are well, and actually what's funny is we had a brother one, and that thing, even though it was really pretty small, weighed a ton. Remember that thing? And finally we just got rid of it because the toner in it is just ridiculous. And I wasn't ever using it. There you go.
Don't clean your brayer off. You get
Makes it more interesting.
yeah.
Okay, what does Ann say? It's still in the car.
It's still in the car.
She's just gonna run a cable out to it. Is it Wi-Fi? So then that way you only have to do paper or get the, you know, power to it.
Okay, the more even you can get this, the more even your print is going to be. Now there is a place where you say,
Oh, Kylie says now that's her color. Yeah, she does the oranges and yeah, she'll put in a little pink, but Kylie's on that darker, grungier end of things. Mo's given 3 hearts for the Prussian blue.
Prussian blue. I'm just barely tapping the surface and not doing...
Headless loves some pink too. Alright, she's in the pink club. I like the pink.
I don't mind pink as long as you put something else with it to kind of knock it back.
Yeah. There's a difference between, you know, piggy pink and pukey pink. Precious pink.
Precious pink.
Isn't
Look
that
at, see, you've
precious?
got a little precious pink down here on the
There's a
end.
little precious down there. Representing. Oh, okay. I'm so glad that you used this one because we talked about this last night. So, one of the things that prompted us to really start exploring the laser prints is scale. Because certain patterns, like you could never do that, the pink that is here, the little dotty awesomeness with a stencil. It just, I mean, maybe once you could get a really cool one like that. And maybe depending, but still, it would take forever to cut something like that and create that same pattern. It just wouldn't be the same. So the laser transfers offer the scalability of pattern. And we love that whole idea. So that's why we're going to really start playing with more of our patterns that we have done in stencils and bring those over into the LPs, the laser prints that we'll make available in our shop. We will print them and send them to you. If you are printing your own at home and you want to use your own patterns and things of that nature, fantastic. We have found the most success with the 32-pound hammer mill premium copy paper. You want to print on that, the laser print, on the best quality as possible. So like when you're doing your print settings, you want to set it to that. That way it's pushing as much toner onto the page as possible. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you are printing these larger patterns, it eats up toner pretty quickly. So even when you have your thing that tells you that it's averaging out or whatever, you're going to run into, your toner's going to get eaten up faster. Just some FYIs there. Print those out, and then we pull the prints, well, he pulls the prints with the 32-pound hammer mill paper as well. There you go. She's going to use yellow.
I'm going to use
what
yellow.
Number? Oh, and then this is from our guide, which again, if you want to go to our website,
20B.
go to our website. It's a free download along with the meandering bold how-to. It's all there in our free guides and things of that nature in our shop. You can download the paint mixing guide. Again, it is not exact recipe. We are suggestive mixers.
It's the French way of cooking.
She always says that.
That's because Julia Child is the one that
Okay,
went to France and formulated a lot of recipes. And this is how my grandmother, she used to say, a pinch of this, a pinch of that. You know, and you used to think that, well, come on now. I need a measurement, but you really don't. Now, here is the killer. When you're using your Yupo
all right, I got
stencil, and you've been using it for a while, you've got a lot of stuff built up on there. And you've got, yeah.
Well, all right, and I'll tell you, Kylie, talking about experimenting. So this mask that is out there is one of the version 1.0 of the thing. That's why it's so big, and it's in pieces. It is not available in our shop right now, but we're thinking about, now that we have moved up to larger, making these available as in like 2 pieces or whatever, because they're fantastic to layer on the gel plate like this.
Can you see it? I know it's kind of subtle.
It's gonna be awesome. I think you need to pull it with the transparent purple, the one that we like so much. That kind of duller one, not 5.
Is that that's 5? Too light.
Yeah. This, I think it's this.
7.
No, I think it is this. It's this one or this one. Ooh, the shiny.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, definitely. Okay, well, we're going to wait for that to dry.
And
while
then
that's drying, I'll bring this one back in.
Oh, it should be Medusa. Yeah, and I saw that that Judy had said something about it looking like Medusa. So it's the thing, but it was Medusa's thing.
Okay, so I have some options here. Because I can put this down, but it might pull it up because it's still got sticky stuff on it. So I'm not going to do that.
Well, and here's something else to consider. Now, as your stencils or masks get muckied up like this, the more you use them in one session, the more likely pieces and parts of whatever is built up on there will become part of your print.
Yes. That's what Mariah said. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have to remember, you don't think that paint adds that much, but this is a lot fatter than it used to be.
And then what is funny is that
thicker, I should say.
It's going to be kind of a surprise of what does show, like what layer, at what point does it, because what you see there is not what you're going to most likely get.
All right, we're going to go with my tried and true.
It might be pukey pink.
There you go. All right, I'm going to go a little lighter because the reason the print pulled off the page on the other one.
Oh, some of these gals live like, a couple hours from each other. We're kind of that way with some other people, like the Texas crew. I mean, we're here in Saxe, Texas, which is right outside of, North Dallas. There was a little extra twang.
We came from Colorado, so we didn't come with that full.
I just acquired it.
Yes.
And if I have a few,
listen to it long enough.
And if I have a few drinks, it really thickens up too. I don't know why that is.
Okay, now here's the thing. Can you see that little dude flopping around out there? It'll be okay.
Floppy bits.
Floppy bits. Now, what I did, you just got to go all different kinds of ways because you got to get in between them, and sometimes you really have to bear down. And do you see what it did there? No worries. Just as long as you get it down in there.
But as they get thicker, you have more of this sort of
phenomenon.
You gotta get in there.
Okay, so the reason I use that smaller one is because
you ride over.
Yes, the other one just kind of glides over, and I should probably come in with the little.
Oh, Mo wants to know what shade of the Amsterdam paint. This rusty business. It's awesome.
I can't read it. It's too small.
We talked about this. We even did a short.
Yeah, I've sent in my
sienna. Burnt sienna.
Okay, and now if you have something readily available that you can flop this down on, it really is kind of cool too. We'll see if that works.
Are you going to braid her onto that?
I am.
Look at that. All right. See, we have coolness happening here already.
Coolness happening.
And these really thin layers are awesome because it will dry pretty quickly. You do want to let that dry.
Yes.
If you pull this too quickly or try to put down your layer to pull, it's going to obliterate certain parts, or if not all, depending on how quickly you do it, of your pattern. So the longer that your patterns, each layer has to dry, the better off you are in keeping the actual image. And that's true of whether it's stenciled, masked, or transferred. So there you go.
There you go. Now,
oh, Lisa!
is this
Serious Hecka. Yes, our serious.
This is our Lisa. Lisa, we talked about you.
We did. Oh, now what would be cool, since Lisa showed up, we'll give her a little prizey prize if we could pull one of these with some of her paper.
Oh, we can. But look, I want you to look at this. Remember, I put this down, and I've got stuff all over me.
Or we could do a different one. I think we should do a different one because I don't know that some of the ones that we've done are going to show up. So that's the actual LP, the laser print, that then we did, she got the transfer.
Yeah.
And then rolled out, did a flip-flop. We used to call that the flip-flop. Flopped off the mask, rolled it out there, and I think it even transferred some stuff back onto the mask.
It did. And I'm getting to the point where I'm really ready for a retirement. Because it's getting so thick that...
And she asked me if I still have that file, and I did find it the other day. Because I didn't think, you know, that some of these go through so many changes and alterations. But
yeah, this started out with the concept of being a stencil.
And I told her it wasn't going to work. I was like,
and sure enough, it didn't. I said, I don't care. I want you to do it anyway because I have plans. I don't know that it's going to be the thing that we want it to be. But, yeah. Okay, so now we're back to this. And what I really want to do here, I don't know if that'll work.
Okay, let's see here.
I'm just going to pull it. I got to get this thing out of here, though, because
Barb,
it's wet.
Sharon is on YouTube. Yes, definitely check her channel out. She's new. She needs subscribers. Go subscribe to Sharon if you haven't already. She's Texture Junkies.
Yes. Yes, do that.
I mean, she's not new to YouTube, but she has a new channel. So we need to get her there.
She needs peeps.
She needs peeps.
I'm trying to get my paper arranged here so that... As the other day, what happened is a big hunk of my paper rolled off on my...
I figured that's what you meant, Julie, but I wasn't sure. She was like, yes, that, and I think it's supposed to be, yes, that brown looks the same color as the dirt in Cobar in the Outback. It is. That is like out there in the
Oh man, I love
bush.
that. I would be collecting me some dirt.
She'd make some paste out of it.
Okay, well I've got some obviously unclean tools we're scraping out, and it's all right. She's been a
little, less than
that's all right.
On it here lately. But those of you, the reason we show the tops of the little pots is that you can go over there, download the guide that's over on our website, and the numbers correspond to the,
Yeah, this is 020C.
Sort of how P mixes these. It'll get you there. It's not exact measurements, so that is what we were talking about with the whole, Julia Child's type cooking. It's intuitive. I love this, and I think it's going to be beautiful. Be careful at the bottom. I think you're already pulling some stuff.
I think I am too. I'm stopping. It's a little on the wet.
I'm a professional across the table gel printer.
One of the reasons she didn't need to go to college is because I used to have to take her because I didn't have a babysitter. And she used to go with her dad to his... He was working on his...
Yeah, I didn't pick up much of the math.
Masters. And one of the stories is he took her to one of his lectures and gave her a package of M&Ms to, keep her quiet. Because you were what, 5? You were in kindergarten.
Yeah,
But it was just a
four or
half a
five,
day.
Yeah.
It was about Izzy's age. And she dropped her M&Ms.
Well, then I did the colored pencils in one of yours. It just
In my
rolled off
German
the
class.
table.
Yes, yes, yes. But you know, it was really wonderful. All the teachers,
Reddy says she's not sure if it's the French way. It sounds more like the Jewish way of giving over a recipe.
A bit of this and a bit of that.
And, you know, you gotta work it out on your own. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how to do it.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah. You gotta keep some mystery.
Okay. Well, the mystery of the thing is, I can tell you already by looking at this, it's not dry enough to pull yet. So
Well, let's
we
just
may have
look
to go
at
to
it
a 5x7 and start.
doing some other things.
Yes.
Oh, let's do that. Let's and I'll bring over some of Lisa's papers. We're gonna stay on until either we start gnawing on our hands or whatever.
Well, if you could talk to Cass on this.
Oh, I could. Here, I'm gonna turn off my thing. You carry on. I'm gonna pull some of Lisa's papers.
I'm going to turn this paper over here. If I
Is it looking mucky?
It's looking terrible. And hopefully I can use the tape.
There you go.
Wouldn't that be bloody marvelous?
Marvelous.
Marvelous, darling.
Okay, I'm gonna turn me off there. Okay.
Well, it's not exactly centered up, but oh
That's
well.
okay. Well, that sort of bothers me, but I'm gonna get over it.
I knew that was coming, and I've got to get a piece of tape here because this is going to grab onto my.
I'm gonna give you the purple folder because I like the purple the best. So keep that in mind when you're doing your next transfer and layering up. That you keep them
Light.
and some maybe even opaque.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
You want to?
This is the chance.
All right. Here's how you do it.
All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah, you're curling up a little bit.
I need to get that.
Here, I'll get that.
Oh, yeah, because that doesn't need to have anything inadvertently sat upon it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna set that there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
But what you want to do is you want to do your laser transfer first, like you did, but do it with an opaque.
Well,
do
now,
one of the-
okay, all
and
right,
do
here
one
we're
of the-
getting back into, I get transfers using,
Well, use the white
I can use white.
of the Amsterdam,
I can use white of the Amsterdam.
and that will be awesome.
Okay. Because I've used the others and I just have such, crappy results that it's just not worth it. It's just so frustrating. And so we'll use this. And grab a 5x7 here that has a little mucky muck on it, but we don't mind about that. I do try to get those strings off there because sometimes that's what causes it to start catching and tearing. Hopefully I didn't get any boogers in that, but we'll soon see here. That can be a very bad thing to happen. Okay, you want to get it on thin enough, remember, thin enough that it's not gloppy and you can't see any marks there. And let's try this thing. Oh man, look at that. Okay, Mariah. Laura, you need to hurry up and get back here. This is most excellent.
Turning down the heat. Whew.
Yes. Look at this.
Ah, see, you got it good.
Got a good one.
Okay, and I'm gonna read the chat. Okay, wow. Sorry, so I was, putting in our order with the gentleman that's gonna go get our stuff.
So we don't start having stomach growlies and interfering with our vocal.
Okay, so I'm gonna, yes, your papers. So we're gonna do the wax dyed papers, the purple. So that's what that piece is gonna go on.
Yes.
Once we get it layered up a little bit. It takes 7 hours and 41 minutes to drive to Kobar.
Oh my.
Goodness. And then let's see. You typed in an answer before I could. Okay.
That's not...
What answer? Was there an answer? Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, Sharon's awesome. She's always loving on us and supporting. She's yes.
Oh.
Let's see. Or family.
Okay.
You missed on that.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave this until it is completely dry, because I'm getting the splitting paper, which Robin said that was one of the reasons that she didn't like this paper. And Robin, you're right. It's not a good paper to pull a really medium wet.
Medium.
It's either a wet or a dry. It's not
in between.
Because it will separate and come apart on you.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have to talk about what we're going to do here. And I know that you wanted me to use a stencil on this, but I'm loving my writing so much.
Okay.
I want it just to show up.
Fantastic. And then do it on Lisa's paper.
And do it on Lisa's paper.
So you need to do the really, either the really light purple, I think would be cool, because it'll just intensify the purple ever so slightly.
Right.
Or at least keep it. So there's your 300 again, or 30. I don't know. Sometimes she has a
Well,
weird.
some of these are more transparent than others. And I happen to think, but you can always just take, oh yeah, this is very transparent. Take your finger and test it out. This has got a lot of nice shiny stuff in it too.
Oh, bye, Chris. Sorry, she's probably already off, but she's got to phone her mom. Yeah, I was off. Yes. So now I'm back. I've caught up. I believe. And then this is Lisa. So Lisa, Serious Hecka, that's one of our mods here. If you go to her channel, she does a lot of cool, awesome things, especially makes beautiful journals. One of the things that she makes and sells in her shop, which is Body Mind Spirit Shop, over there on Etsy, she sells wax dyed papers. This is one of them. She does them in all kinds of colors. She will do custom orders for you if you like, but you've got to message her. Usually when she has batches in the shop, they go very quickly. So there you go. We love this stuff.
And we're always very, very grateful.
She sends us the end bits and whatnot, which is perfect for what we do and how we do.
Okay, well, we're going to have to let that set a spell. I'm going to really give it a...
I love the purple. The purple's my favorite. But the blue is also really awesome.
Well,
and then she did a gray.
There's
green.
one that she did
and
that was
peachy.
The peachy one.
Kind of tannish.
Because I loved using it, and then my light green made the most awesome kind of ooky brown. Oh, I loved it. Okay, running out of space over here. I'm just going to have to get this guy to come off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have options here. Pulling this. We could go with...
I think you need to stick with kind of how we did the short and either go
blue with the white.
I like the white the best, or the crazy yellow. It really wasn't that crazy, but I really like the white.
I do too. It's very clean and very,
Yes.
and we know we get a good pull with this, but now you know what I could do is do with the transparent white.
See what you get, yeah.
No, I don't. Because I want the white to kind of mellow out some of these lighter areas. And I think it will do more better.
Yes, there is the dark gray as well. She's done pretty much every color. And then what's cool is, like, you know, no two batches, I assume, are exactly kind of the same. So, yeah, the rose quartz. There you go. Yep, shared. That's
Rose
the one
quartz.
that P was talking about.
That's
We call kind of the nude or peachy color.
It's really, I really
that sounds
like
much better, doesn't it?
Okay, I'm just trying to get my brayer covered so that I'm not rolling it across there and get, oh, look at that, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, because you don't want it to be too thin there, because then you're going to start pulling up your image.
Yes, you are.
See, I know things across the table. I know things.
She pays attention.
Now, if you asked me to do it actually on the plate, it probably would not happen. But I can instruct you.
Now we're getting some areas out here. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Okay, I'm not going to do any more because I'll be starting to pull stuff off of there. And that's not a good thing.
No.
That is not a good thing.
And what's really cool, like when you're in front of your plate and you're doing this, you'll actually see...
Lisa, I'm trying to get... I don't have a piece that's going to work.
You're not only just seeing the image, like there's some actual texture to it.
Yeah, the lip of where it...
Yeah.
Where the paint sort of...
Don't go beyond that.
Yeah.
Because you will start pulling up your image. It'll just, like, it gets caught up on your brayer. James's hashtag, she knows things. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, boy, I didn't realize I was...
The white, was that titanium white? It's the Amsterdam.
I think so.
There, she can't read them.
I don't know what it says.
It is. Yes, titanium white. Wonder what the first language is.
Oh, this is
because the
just,
second language
this
is what's
just really irking me to no extent.
Oh, there you go. It's all right, y'all. You ready? Ooh. So that was laser transfer. You're just gonna have to just accept that some pieces are gonna come off, I think. This is what I don't always love about the bigger plate, because I think this tends to happen more on it.
It tends to happen more on the bigger plate. I seem to have less control over...
Well, I think it's more paint and just the, you know, there's just a little bit more factor going on there.
Boy.
Oh, so, okay. Lisa's only doing custom order stuff, which is, that makes total sense.
Sometimes
Oh,
if
I
you
love
go
it.
at it the other way, you can pull them up and glue them down.
If they're still sort of hanging on, or you pick them off and glue them back down.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can.
I have.
Yes.
I have done that. But this is not... And it's also probably areas where I didn't have the plate cleaned off.
But I still think it's lovely.
If this had dried overnight, you wouldn't have any of that. FYI.
Yeah. I'll leave it up there for just a second longer.
Oh, okay.
I'm enjoying this. I'm kind of taking it all in. Let's kind of do a recap of it. So first it was, and I'm going to make these prints, the laser prints, available in the shop this week.
This is the smaller one of the big one.
Yes. Then I will try to get the larger Medusa thing available in the mask section of our website, because that was the second layer. And then, did you do another? No. So it was just the laser print.
It was the laser print,
and then the
the
mask.
mask, and then
The pole.
yeah, and then this. No, I used yellow on this one.
Yeah, you used. Yeah. No, the
yellow.
purple.
Oh,
The
you used
purple was
yes.
the final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where your transparent colors come in. And, you know, and when Mariah says, I'm going to do another one here, and first of all, I'm going to clean off this plate.
It's making her grumpy.
It's making me very grumpy. You know, I don't mind that stuff builds up and whatnot when I'm just doing regular, just gel printing for, you know, chuckles and grins. But when I'm doing these transfers...
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
I think, is that what I saw there? That I saw somebody say bye. Okay, yes.
You go make some frosting.
For texture. Texture frosting.
Texture frosting. I could use tape, but tape doesn't work very well if it's still wet. Tape requires you to dry it, and then you can get it up really, really nicely. So this is your other option.
Just roll it up.
Yeah, roll it off of there. And I'm going to try to get some of this stuff around the edges because I think that's what causes a lot of problems is... Okay, well, let's get something down here.
Now, what other ones did I give you?
That's it.
No, because there should have been the...
Well, there's a whole bunch more over here. Remember, I put them there and said, you know, if I...
Okay.
On the end of the table there.
Oh. Now here, they might be impressed. You want to do one of those. They love this pattern, and then that's a crazy kind of almost...
Well, then we can use a whole different stencil to...
just kind of give a variety.
I really want to use my little place for those.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
And I think we need to think about this one a little bit better than what we did in the short. Because you pulled it with yellow. And so then there was kind of a, you know, moment.
I'm going to use red.
Okay, do that. But we're not pulling with yellow. Just know that.
This is Pyro.
I know,
red.
but we're not pulling the final pull with yellow. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, you don't know that.
I do know that because I don't want, like, there to be... Okay, so the yellow gold paper there with the laser print, because I printed that out using the laser printer. And this is this cool paper that I guess is not available right now, so sorry.
Yeah, gee.
I know, I hate that, but I think it will come back available. But it's kind of interesting stuff because on the gel plate, it depending on how much paint and everything that you have on there, it almost reacts like vellum. So there's a certain, you know, whatever it's made from is similar to vellum, but it still ran through the laser printer just fine. And it also does print on the inkjet fairly decently. Some of the colors do get really kind of soaked in and blur out a little bit, but I did a very heavy coverage of like you know, one of our printables. And so it kind of blurred out a little bit. But, so it's kind of interesting stuff. And you've got to make sure that you really use your bearing. But you can see it sort of curls up on the ends because of the moisture in the paint, which vellum does as well.
So that's why we're thinking.
Yeah, it's similar in its makeup of its, you know, however they make that paper. But you get transfers from it, which is awesome. And then you get this that's sort of shiny, and then you can have like shiny one side or whatever. I mean, we were more or less playing around with it just to see if it worked. But it also leaves an interesting transfer. It's not like whenever we do it on, because see, it's got that smushy business down there. So just, you know, stuff to think about in different ways, because paper's going to be part of, you know, the factors at play.
Yeah. Now, this has to go away and dry. And maybe I can pull this one.
Yeah, isn't that cool, Carrie? So I'm just thinking that, like, there's some it's like pretty nifty things that you can kind of do. And if you did block out areas like we did a couple weeks ago, and what I mean by that is like if you're doing the transfer and then you tore up some different other transfer pieces and blocked out some of the gold, and then what you could use that for later on, like, you know, journal backgrounds or things of that nature, books and such, you could get some really cool results.
Look at this.
Yeah. I'm going to zoom in on that.
Now that's with the titanium white.
Yes, Amsterdam.
Amsterdam Expert Series.
That seems to be the best for transfers.
At least
That's our experience.
Our experience. That's exactly right.
You know, comment below if you have something else that you really think is, you know, the bee's knees, as they say.
Okay, so, you know, the reason I love Lisa's papers for all kinds of different things is whatever she sends us, I don't ever say anything. I'm happy to get it because I know I can change the color to suit whatever I want. And the other day I did some really interesting things with one of my ones that has kind of a lot of, you can tell it's got a lot of shiny stuff in it.
You got some love. And they're loving the purple. Yeah, the purple's just so beautiful.
But now we've got some wonderful stuff out here that we're also going to pick up on this. But I'm hoping that we're going to get like a really double whammy of loveliness here.
Now, something else to keep in mind, guys. Again, and we say this over and over and over and over, and we'll always. Transparent paints. Because you don't want to obliterate
the purple. You want to still see some of the purple.
Yeah.
You want to know that it's there. And you can see how nice and sheer this is.
Sheer. That's
sheer.
Sheer. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Sherry agrees. Leslie agrees. All right. Thanks, guys.
And you can kind of press this paper out. It's still going to have lovely wrinkles and occlusions and things of that sort.
It is very much that morigami kind of is that right? Momagami type. You know, because it's crinkled up. That's that technique. Good old Robin McClendon doing things.
Okay, well, we're going to let this sit a bit.
I wish she'd come watch
because
some of our videos.
I think oh, we watch hers all the time.
Come on, Robin.
Where's the reciprocity there, Robin? Y'all let her know if you're on speaking terms with her. All right, here we go.
It even gets better results with Golden Open. But it's a slow dry product. However,
Yes.
she gets great immediate direct prints before it dries.
With Golden Open?
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't have any of that. But look at that. Perfect. Now, if you wanted to change this and you didn't like this, and you wanted the...
You could do another print on top.
You could do another print on top of this with some of the sheer. And I mean, you could even like, you know, section it off and do different.
Do it.
I think it's quite lovely. Okay. What's our ETA here? What do you...
We're over already. We've been running almost 30 minutes out. I'm just letting you go. We aren't worried about, you know, a little girl named Izzy showing up and...
Well, and if she does, we'll just chat with her because I think she's funny as all get out.
She is becoming quite hilarious. And she knows it too. She really goes for it.
We're kind of concerned that she's going to be that kid in the class that, you know, loves entertaining the other kids.
She does. And when she knows she's like getting it, she's going to keep doing it.
Okay, now, I want to do something that's kind of risky.
Yellow. Oh, risky. Yes, fantastic.
Risky.
As long as risky isn't yellow.
Oh. No.
Oh, are you going to... Oh, do it. Yes, stencil.
But I just have this little one.
Oh, no, wait. Now, I don't know if you can get a transfer over a...
I don't think so.
You don't think you can get another...
No.
Oh, but you can... it'll pull up some. Because you have this. Remember how we did that one? That it was really cool because you're going to pull up some but leave some behind.
Hey, I'm willing to try it.
You said you wanted to be risky.
Risky. And we don't have that many people watching, so if it's a total flop, you know, y'all don't tell everybody else, okay?
She doesn't think we have that many people watching. Actually, we kind of do.
What? I thought they all... I heard you say goodbye.
Well, to a couple people, yeah.
See, Mariah says don't do yellow, but I
don't do yellow.
Oh my God, this is really wonderful.
Oh, fine, whatever.
All right, I'll
do blue or something. Because then it'll end up being a nice purpley thing. And
that's true, purple and blue. And I do have this Expert series, and it is transparent.
There you go. That's what we call a win.
Says so. It's not totally transparent. It's like semi-transparent. And I'm trying to get...
Oh, bye, Kylie. Yes, go eat.
Hey, if we didn't have
yeah, I think
food arriving...
Yeah, when the sandwiches...
Oh my gosh. Did you see that?
No.
It just blurbed out there.
Is it on the floor?
No, it's on me.
Well, that's all right. It matches
I'm glad
your
I have
outfit.
this shirt on over my, you know, cute shirt that's underneath. Okay.
Tish and Topsy, please remind me your name if you would like me to. She said some of us snuck in quietly. Yes, indeed. You gotta announce and like do the all caps, but then don't, you know, keep screaming at me. I always say that. Don't keep screaming at me. It throws me off.
Oh, I think this is going to be absolutely
that itself looks
lovely.
Flippin' lovely. Very excited about this.
Got some kind of funky
there's some
lines there. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Don't get too
I know.
happy
Yeah.
there. She needs food, y'all.
I do.
Blood sugar's getting low.
We didn't have any fritters this morning.
No fritters.
Our fritter man frittered out.
Well, one must not over fritter.
No.
Too many fritters.
And you're not going to be flittering anywhere.
No.
You're going to be flopping. I love alliteration.
Yes, we do.
All right, here it goes.
Oh, do what I think you're going to do. Oh, and it does. Look at there. See, you couldn't get that with a stencil.
No.
And then look at the transfer off of there. I knew it was going to do that.
We pull some, but we didn't pull some.
Oh, I love it. See, that's a double transfer.
That's a double transfer. That right there, ladies, and you saw it here first.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, we're going to let that dry.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody else has done this at some point in time, but...
It's like, you know, when you learn something new.
We saw it first here.
And it's new to you. Well,
yeah.
Somebody else, of course, has probably already done it multiple times.
I tell P this all the time.
But...
Now remember, this was just to kind of get a layer down and show you how to alter the color of something that is already...
Now look at that. Is that not absolutely gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
Because it's got a bit of shine to it, but it's still that lovely, and you have all that lovely texture out there. Boy, I'm telling you what, Lisa, I bet the people are going to be knocking down your door to get this stuff. And...
Custom orders. There you go.
There you go.
You gotta go over to Body Mind Spirit Store and do a custom order.
Okay, now we're at the point where I'm going to do something very utilitarian and just get this mucky muck off of here.
Yeah, because it'll cause you some issues later.
It will cause some issues later. Oh, well, there we go.
Since it's like opening a chocolate wrapper to see what's inside. Yes.
That's a wonderful analogy. I love it.
Lisa says, bring it on. All right.
Had a little blue left on there.
Yummy purple and gold. Thanks, Sherry. Cookie Wookie Mo. She's giving us purple hearts. Thank you.
What?
Judy says, good thing, Lisa, good thing you slept in. You're going to be hanging out, hanging wax paper to dry soon.
Okay, well, we got most of the mucky muck up there. Probably a little heavy-handed with the...
This is where I go down the rabbit hole. Thanks, Laura. She loves that. I'm assuming the one before that. Maybe not the, the clean off.
The blobby one?
The clean off.
The clean off?
I'll tell you, those clean offs come in handy every once in a while.
They do. Okay,
And
no.
you don't feel bad about, like, ripping those up and doing things to them.
No, you don't. Can you hook me up with the other little ones that you were trying to pawn off on me a while ago and I didn't want them?
The other little ones. And you
The little ones. The little ones.
Is this the... Oh, I know what little ones you're talking about there. So I'm thinking about creating paper sets with these smaller, like what he's got there, in some of the sets. Little, either it's not 4x6. It's gonna be like quarter pages.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull in my 4x6.
So it'd be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that way, like, you can print one sheet and get different patterns on those. And we like the scale. I talk about this. I love playing with scale. And then I, have to tell P about my ideas, and hopefully that she will love them and then try to embrace them, and then do it on the gel plate in the way that I envisioned.
Yeah, sometimes we
clash a little. Sometimes.
We do, and sometimes I just don't understand what she's talking about.
So she ignores me.
Yeah.
Until I have been, she accidentally does what I was talking about, and I'm like, see.
I'm going.
She's like, you didn't explain it that way.
That's what you were talking about. How about that?
Oh, there you go. So Barbara, I just threw a load of laundry into the dryer, and she'd feel like getting paid time and a half for working on the holiday week. That's right. You totally should.
Okay, I'm just cutting these up because I really want to see if we can do. Now I do
no
know.
worries, Gail. Gail popped in. Hey, we're running a little, extra time today. We don't know exactly how long, but definitely worth coming back to see. We didn't start the gel printing until about 30 minutes into the.
Yeah,
before we were.
We made texture stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to just pick this off because I know it's going to be problematic and it may cause problems. But
it's
now
problematic. It's going to cause problems.
Do you see out here? Can you see a little sheen there? I'm thinking I've got some leftover shiny stuff there.
Oh, that's what we were talking about last week with some of that iridescent tends to kind of hang about.
It do.
It do.
It do. It do. Now I've got.
Oh, hey, Teresa, little Spitfire. Yes. Hey. A gappy New Year to you too, and a happy one.
I just had such good results with my red a while ago. We're just going to go with a squirt of red here.
See, we got a whole new. It's the after hours crowd. We've talked about doing that. And, Brad, he watches all those gamer people, and they'll stay on, some of them for days. I'm like, how do they eat and stuff? I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Whatnot. I don't know. But we are talking about possibly this. Well, it will happen. I just don't know when and kind of what day. But we will be going to 2 days a week at some point. That is going to happen. It's part of my 2022 plan, along with being more daring. Hey, and all of you that have just kind of popped in here, recently, if you would, give the stream a thumbs up. If you're watching the replay and you're hanging out at this end, I love that. Also, like, subscribe, do all the business, ring the bell. We are here each week, every Sunday, 10 a.m. Central Time.
Just gonna try. I don't know if that's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't know
help.
what's happening there.
It's some of the stuff that was on there before. See, I'm pulling up.
I told you that little plate was, there was something
Oh, there was. I
happening with
but
it.
see, you can see it came off.
Onto
Whoa.
the transfer.
Yeah, to the transfer.
Yeah, that's what we don't want.
That's what you don't want.
We would like it to go the other way around.
Clean your.
This is not the transfer.
See this end down here? That's what's supposed to happen. This is not supposed to happen.
This is a cautionary
But
tale.
it's going to be. It is nonetheless going to be interesting, I think. I don't know for sure.
So yeah, there was something there. There's some.
Yeah, and then there.
Some of the stuff that was on the plate then went over to the laser print, the transfer, and then some did actually transfer as it was supposed to, or leave behind. It's really the resist.
Okay, so what if we go back to red?
Yes, I love that idea. I think that's a fantastic idea.
But now, you know, I'm going to pick it up and look at it. It's already got red. Look.
Oh yeah, well it'll intensify that.
Well, it's kind of a funky red anyway. But you can pick up your plate to check your color. Because if you've forgotten, you know, what it was that you put down there, which obviously I had. I'm thinking, how about gold? Gold?
Oh, bye, Panka.
I think gold would be wonderful. And I wished I could find my one heavy body gold, but I don't know where it is. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull it with...
Aw. Thanks, Colleen. She says she was happy to find us. There's no streamers on Sunday. Well, some pop in and out. Like, Patty Tolly Parrish sometimes comes on. And then, I think, does Tanya a little later? I think Tanya does a little later. I'm pretty sure she does. I think she comes on around 2.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
I'm pulling this with
Oh, I like this idea.
U.S. Art Supply.
I support this.
And this is about as cheap of gold paint as you're going to get.
Oh, gold. Yeah, there's a lot of...
What is it?
They all agree with the gold. They like the gold idea. Yes.
Okay, this is kind of a grungy gold.
Yes.
I sort of like it because it's not really like super shiny. It looks kind of...
Well, and let's talk about that for just a second while you're braying that out.
Okay.
If she would have gone with a more true, like, bright gold, and it was slightly transparent or anything like that, because remember, there's transparent color on the plate as we speak. That's the 2 transfers. We're done with transparent colors.
Yes.
So they are going to alter, which means that the purple would have turned more brown. The blue would turn kind of greenish. So best to stay in this color range. That's why this particular gold was a really good choice, because it's most likely going to lock those colors in rather than alter them. Correct?
That is correct.
All right.
And the color that you put down first is the color that obviously is going to show up on the surface. It's like glass painting.
It's Tanya McGuire. And, here, let me see. And I think our sandwiches are here, which is exciting. There you guys go. That's Tanya's. Oh my God, that's amazing. What a way to end this. There's more on the plate.
There's more on the plate.
We will revisit that later, but let's let's leave on that note.
Not really, because I don't have any. I have, you know, a relatively clean plate, but look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
So remember, guys, that was friend. Here she goes. She's a day late and an hour and 40 minutes. You know, love you, friend. All right, guys. Super duper fun. I'm going to. Do you want to come sit over here for just a second and say goodbye? Come on.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I forgot to show everybody my jewels.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about all that business. All right, guys, so wow, super session today, almost 3 hours. We went, let's see, 2 hours and 41, maybe 45 minutes by the time she ends up showing you her jewels. And did you get blue paint on you a little bit? I don't know.
I did.
Well,
Down on one. It's much lower.
It's much lower. All right, guys, so thank you for all of you that hung in here till the very, very end. What an awesome session. We love gel printing. We should really just stick to that most of the time. But we do things with the gel prints. So, that's why we bring in the other thing.
Well, and I think it's really important to kind of mix it up because we aren't just a one pony show. We have, many ponies and other animals that we can bring to the circus.
So be sure to like, subscribe, and do all that business. Ring the bell. Come back. Comment. Enter for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Who knows? We might even, hit it this week. Most likely not. But,
Yes.
There we
go. And I do
do
have other things to put in. You saw it today.
Yeah, there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll continue on a little bit with all of this stuff next week. So,
yes.
We'll see you then.
I might even save that plate.
No, she won't do that.
I won't do that.
All right.
Forget I said that.
Bye, guys.
Bye.